coffee, friend.
This isn't your granddad's coffee.
One more cup of coffee by the road.
Hotter than coffee in your lap.
One more cup of coffee before I go.
I like sugar in my coffee, baby.
Can you smell what the crew is brewing? It's like espresso for your ears.
That's right. We are back live, Kdqn 92.1 with the Morning Brew. I sound really loud. What's going on with that? Good morning.
Good.
Stop
Do
yelling.
I sound okay?
Yeah, I'm definitely getting deafer and deafer. At least
Yeah.
every time my wife asks me to do something, I don't hear it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like, that's the workplace. You know, she's
Yeah.
like, how could you be losing your hearing up there? It's like, you got the headphones on
Yeah.
for 3 or 4 hours every day. It's
It
gonna
goes.
happen. Yeah.
It goes, man.
Give me some workers' comp if I keep this up.
I gave up earbuds. Excuse me.
Yeah, they've been saying that for a long time, right? The earbuds, super bad for
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
I have to apologize to everybody, waking up, fresh cup of coffee, looking to get in with the Morning Brew on Facebook Live. Somebody forgot the webcam at home, Jennifer.
That wasn't me.
What? You were using it
No.
to do a painting tutorial.
No, I use my phone for that, sir.
Yeah?
Nobody uses webcams anymore.
I took the webcam home, and if you before you you're like, hey, what are you doing taking company property home? No, I bought that webcam.
Yes.
But then you
Did.
gave it to the radio station.
Did I?
You have a word for that. I'm not supposed to say it anymore.
Oh,
but
okay, yeah. Well, I didn't mean to. I went home. I took it home for the weekend because I was gonna, do some stuff with the webcam. I'm not gonna say anything else.
Just leave it up to interpretation.
It's
Yeah.
going with our little cartoon pictures, right?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
our
There you
cartoon
go.
pictures there. So
Yeah.
it's audio only today on the Morning Brew on Facebook Live. So you're still encouraged to participate. If you like, share, and comment, you'll still be put into the drawing to win something cool on Friday. If Bradley Scarborough's listening, I'm not sure if you know yet, but you won the big
Yes,
prize.
he does know.
He does know.
But
Okay.
sir, it's still sitting up here, and it's very tempting.
Yeah, no kidding.
Butter
Oh.
cookies.
I want to say real quick, in case you're like me and you like to start your day off with a nice dose of the New York Post, that is not John Lovitz that has been arrested for.
No.
It says husband of missing mom arrested, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I saw the picture and I was like, oh no, it was John Lovitz. That's not him.
Oh,
That's not him. Good thing.
Oh.
All right. I feel like I saw
gonna
the
say.
Yeah, I saw the picture. I was like, no, come on, John. You were one of the good ones. And
Yeah.
I thought John Lovitz was dead.
No, he's very much
I
alive.
think he's still around.
Yeah.
He's very much still alive.
Yes, he is.
Like-
And who's got a good
Like
John
bungee
Lovitz
jumping.
impression?
He's still
Yeah.
doing a backflip right now.
Yeah.
We were talking in the song too. Our little intro there. This is not your granddad's coffee. I want some
Yeah.
of my granddad's coffee this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Coffee, I think, has gotten worse over the years. Yeah, kind of stuff you'd take oil stains out of concrete.
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, coffee, the whole point is for it to not taste like coffee anymore. Just
Yeah.
like the whole point of golf is to play as little as possible. The
Mm-hmm.
whole point of fish is to make sure it doesn't taste like fish.
Mm-hmm.
The whole point of coffee in the hipster world, at least, is like just make it like, I don't know, 90% milk. Make it hot. Can you make it hot? Or cold?
So
Sorry.
I don't do nothing until I have my coffee.
Oh,
and then
You-
look at it. It's
Oh,
just
no.
It's 90% milk, 5% sugar, and I think there's a splash of coffee. in
Maybe.
there.
I had this thought in my brain this week. Saturday spent all day in Texarkana. I came home and I realized I had like a headache. I was a little grumpy, and I hadn't had as much coffee as I normally do.
Oh, as much.
I had like maybe 2 cups of coffee that whole day.
I don't do
Yeah,
nothing
no.
until I
No.
have my first pot of coffee.
So I was sitting on the couch, and I had a coffee. It was about 5 o'clock, and I thought I'm becoming that person. Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee. I'm becoming that person.
You're terrible. I don't drink coffee on the weekends. I made it, I didn't. I had it made this weekend. I woke up to the smell of coffee and got up and I was like, oh man, coffee, and poured a full cup Took
Yeah.
like 3 sips and forgot about it. I just don't. And you know what? I don't really drink that much coffee here. You know what
Wow.
happened the other? You know what happened last Friday?
What?
I filled up my coffee first thing, and then did the show, and I realized I didn't even finish my 1 cup of coffee. I just use it for the heat at the beginning.
Yeah,
and then
yeah, I
that's
do.
it.
I like the heat, but honestly, like coffees make my weekend. I love waking up with a coffee and just like relax. I'll sit on the porch and have one, and
I hear you, sister.
Man,
I wake
it's
up
so
with
great.
a juice box on the weekends. You guys got to try that. Little high C juice
Yoo-hoo
box.
and-
No, no. That's dessert. Yes.
Yeah.
I wake up and I have my little juice box like that, and I light my Popeyes fake cigarette.
Oh, gross!
You light
Yeah.
it, that'll definitely cause cancer.
It will.
Yeah. Guaranteed too.
Guaranteed.
I like that you're the person. You are that person. Don't mess with me until I've had
No,
my pot of coffee.
I swear
know.
I'm not, but I did think that.
You still say Texarkana.
What?
No, it's Texarkana.
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 TK, boy.
What did
Yeah.
I said? Texarkana.
Yeah, I think you
So I
enunciated
said it
everything.
properly.
Texarkana. And we already knew that about you, Jennifer. That one time you berated that poor McDonald's employee over not having coffee.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's silly. I'm sorry. That's
I understand.
Their
Yeah.
coffee's good. They're known for their coffee. It's where they're all like, start your day off with
Right.
McDonald's. You know, well, that means you got.
But she yelled at him like he was Mr. MacDonald.
First of all, it was a her, I assume.
Mrs.
I shouldn't
MacDonald.
do that. And I said, "You suck." That's all. I didn't berate. I apologize publicly for it, even
Yeah.
though that
Do you
person
know what
lives
it's like
hours.
to get told you suck like this? You suck through the drive-through thing. That's a good boost to your day.
I know. I felt horribly about it, but I'm not making excuses. I was very sick.
Maybe she was
I
like
needed coffee.
well, she hasn't had her pot of coffee yet today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Oh,
I
man.
did
It's
go
sacred.
to one of my favorite places in town. I was there about 6:05 Saturday morning. So
Oh.
they had just opened up. Go to get coffee, none. I'm like tilting. They got the thing that.
Yeah.
How do you open up without coffee? That's not
You
open.
don't.
There was a handful of people in there. There was your dead Pecker Row in there, drinking their coffees.
Yeah.
Have you not heard? Okay, I'll explain to you
Okay,
later. But
okay.
So they drank it all.
I guess so. But in 5
Did they all have
minutes-
coffees?
I didn't look and see, but yeah, when I went to I eventually I tilted it upside down and enough to fill up like a quarter of the cup.
Oh.
And they still charged me for
Full
a full
cup?
cup. Yes.
What
And
in
I
the
was
world?
like, I wasn't.
That's
gonna
your
argue.
favorite place? Like opening up. Yeah. Opening up without coffee, Reddit, it's like opening up without the lights on.
Yeah.
Open sign off. Like,
Yeah.
we're open. Like, you're just standing there, in the darkness with a locked door saying we're open.
Yeah, where is
Yeah.
everybody?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Might as well be the same thing.
Yeah, I get real frustrated when they don't have any creamer too.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you need to transition.
You say oh man,
Become a
you guys
man.
that drink just black coffee, you have to let the whole world know you don't put anything in your coffee. You have to let us know, don't you?
Well, because we're such
You black coffee drinkers.
because we're Neanderthals, all right?
No, you
And
think
we're
you're
on the-
superior.
No, we're Neanderthals. We know it, but we're on the verge of going extinct. All right,
Yeah.
we're just trying to
I
slow
know.
that as much
Yeah.
as possible.
Sure.
It puts hair on your chest, boy. You know?
Yeah.
I've been
That's the whole
places
point of
where
it.
black coffee and they look at me like I'm just like they just picked up a rock and found some kind of paramecium under it. dude.
I have a place had to fire up the whole building. Just all right,
Right.
and like everything. What kind of beans do you want? Are they beans? Like not full, like ground, preferably.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
care. Yeah, like
I still, even when I'm ordering, I do 2 cream, 1 sugar. I still feel like I'm weird ordering that.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
there's
pretty mild.
frappes and
Yeah.
capes and
yeah.
mopes.
So like just regular coffee with regular creamer and
Yeah.
regular sugar. Wow, basic. Yeah, remember in Canada it was the double. I get a
Oh.
double.
Oh.
2 cream, 2 sugar,
Yeah.
please.
Yep,
Yeah.
double.
Yeah. Get on it.
Yeah, you suck.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Did you still want the coffee? Nope.
No.
You don't have the creamer. I'm a terrible human being.
No, you're all right.
Yeah, no.
No.
I look at coffee beans. Sometimes I see like at Easy Mart they got the fancy coffee machines now with like buttons that you have to. It's so unhygienic.
Yeah.
Have you seen the fingerprints and the stains
yeah.
on that little
Yeah.
touch screen thing? I don't know what was wrong with the original. It was just one little thing you had to press. You could grab a napkin with the touch screen. It needs the fingerprint, so
Yeah.
you can't grab a napkin.
There's like a
And-
try it now. You lick this thing.
Yeah,
And
right.
it's
Oh,
tasty,
it's
yeah.
nasty. But in any case, at the top of it, it's got like a hopper full of beans. I don't know, coffee beans. They look delicious to me. Like I'd be half tempted to get like a bag of them and just kind
Yeah.
of eat them. But I imagine they're probably nasty.
I imagine that machine that has all the coffee beans up top, and you're meant to think that it's like whirring them down. They're fake, like it's fresh ground every cup. Nah, that's
No?
like fake.
Yeah, they're
those
fake beans.
Those are
You
stale
don't see them
3-year-old
moving,
phase.
do you?
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
I'm sure they'd be like, well, it's down in there. You know?
Right.
Yeah, no, it's I'm with you.
Yeah.
It's a scam.
I've
Total scam.
never seen an employee walk over there with a bag of
Yeah,
beans.
never. They always go down there with this bag of like it's a bag of
Yeah.
just like mystery. It's not
Yes.
beans though.
Made
Yeah.
in Zambia. It's not it's not a nice one of those burlap sacks. You know, it's
Yeah.
hey, I'm getting the Colombian beans. In
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I don't know why he has some Trinidadian accent.
Making coffee, man.
Yeah. Offensive to
yeah.
Bacon.
Sorry.
Extremely.
Trinidadians
Extremely.
and toboggans.
Speaking of offensive, I read an article over the weekend that people are really upset with Avatar and Blueface.
What?
I was hoping to see your reaction
Don't
on
tell
that.
him these things anymore.
That's not real.
It's so real.
Blueface?
Blueface is offensive.
They should get actual blue aliens to play those parts. What are you talking about? Blueface?
Blueface, yeah. It's they say it's too close to red face, which is, a very offensive
the
to
opposite.
indigenous cultures.
Blue and red are not
Yeah,
close
they're-
at
yeah.
all.
Yeah.
You mix them together, that's purple. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not even close anymore.
Blue and red have been fighting since at least the 70s.
Oh, yeah. So I see Native American groups are calling for a boycott of the film Avatar 2, The Way of Water. The groups have accused director James Cameron of racism for purportedly stealing themes, history, and imagery from
Wow.
Native American indigenous culture.
Wow.
The sequel tells a tale of colonizers seizing land from tribes during which
Yeah.
dwindling resources have forced humans off the earth.
Yeah, it's basically Dances with Wolves with aliens. It's basically that. But who cares? It's sci-fi.
It is
It's
sci-fi.
still like it doesn't like present colonizing as a good thing, right?
No, it does not.
The white
The-
people are bad.
Yeah, or the human people, right?
White.
Because it's all races of people from her.
Well, the
Earth are
first
bad.
one, that was before the whole woke revolution of like we need to have, a Filipino in every movie.
No,
and
there was some I think John oh gosh, I never know how to pronounce his last name. Guziamo or whatever.
John Leguizamo.
Thank you.
The jerk.
Leguizamo.
Yeah, the pest.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm pretty
That
sure
guy?
he's in the first Avatar, and he plays a bad guy in it. I mean, I know I'm just
But the
picking
baddest
one.
guy is like the dude
He
with
is-
the cigar, right?
yes,
He's like
he's
the
the white
general,
guy.
the white
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. True.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm just saying the first Avatar was before all of the, the
Oh yeah.
your
Yeah.
movie's only good if tick 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 it has all the
Right.
check boxes. But then for a movie like this, I imagine they're like, no. Let's make it all let's make it nice ivory.
Well, here we go. This is a tweet. This is
Yeah.
like Twitter. Oh.
Okay.
At some point, we got to talk about the cultural appropriation of Avatar. It's aliens,
Yeah.
and white actors are cosplaying as people of color. It's just a mess, and so not necessary. And no amount of visual effects / CGI is going to erase that. Bad lace fawn / dry synthetic braids. Lord Jesus, fix it.
Oh my goodness.
That's a lot of problems out there in the world, but no, please, Lord, this is the one we would like you to focus on.
yeah.
I do believe Jesus is like, it's a movie. All right.
Be my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
hope
got
he's
bigger
off Twitter.
things to worry about.
Yeah. He's got like lots of things to worry. He's not worried about, Blueface in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, one cannot even create a film about wacky-looking CGI figures without fierce accusations of racism, cultural appropriation, and harm.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a problem.
I love this country.
Yeah, this is so soft.
We are just
so
soft.
doughy. And
Do you think jumping out of the airplane in 1940 whatever, the Great Generation, jumping out of the airplane was also like, and also, by the way, I don't know, don't play blue people in a movie.
Yeah.
sometimes think like what other people in the world are thinking, because
Yeah.
we do like give off this warrior
they're soft,
culture.
too.
Yeah, sure, but there's some places where it's real, man.
Yeah.
it's real, and we do give off for the right cause. Like we are like a traditionally warrior nation. We don't go around just losing battles and stuff. We got the best army in the world, and then we got people who can't even just watch a sci-fi movie for what it is without getting offended by it, and just calling for I don't know, the Truth and Reconciliation Committee afterwards.
I'm glad they haven't invaded the army yet, because everybody I meet who's a service person is like, I could trust them, holding the freedoms of America, whatever. Like, could you imagine if a lot of woke, soft people were in the army and were like, should we be storming this city? I think that's cultural
Right,
appropriation.
but,
I don't know. That's
I
probably
think-
insensitive.
You brought this up a while ago. Those are things that we have to think about. This new generation, or the Gen Zers, whatever. Those people are going to be our EMTs, our police officers, our servicemen.
Our Delta Force.
Yeah.
So when they're like, all right, we captured some enemy uniforms. You need to wear these so you can infiltrate, into the city and get to their command post. And like, I don't know. Yeah,
I would
that's
think-
definitely cultural appropriation.
That's offensive. I'm not wearing a turban. Okay.
But I did read something recently. There is a certain woke movement going on in the military, and there is a worry from some old school military guys that it will hurt us. And of course, we have a transgender admiral now. Very little strange to me. But
Pink uniforms for everyone.
yeah, well, the camouflage well in
Yeah.
the United States. I don't know about the rest of the world.
Yeah. We're gonna storm Pinkberry. We need. All right, let's get into it.
We better.
Yeah, for the weather, it's brought to you by Horatio State Bank.
I'd like to talk to you about two investment opportunities. One is called an IRA. The other is called the IRS. There's a good chance you're already investing in the IRS program. What I recommend is taking some of the money you've been giving, you know who, and use it to open an IRA. We're here, Horatio State Bank, a better way to bank. Member FDIC. We're online at HoratioStateBank.com.
Number one country weather.
All right. Looking at the weather for today, we're looking at areas of frost before 10 a.m. I wasn't expecting that this morning. Otherwise, partly
Cold.
sunny. Yeah, it's cold. Light and variable winds this afternoon, up to 10 miles per hour. It's currently 30 degrees outside your number one country studios. Tonight, mostly clear with a low of 39. And tomorrow, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny, a high near 67. Wednesday, partly sunny with a high near 74. And 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms Wednesday night, 20% on Thursday. Friday, looking sunny with a high near 55. The low Friday night, 30. And kind of on and on it goes. That seems to be the trend for now. Nothing too crazy.
This is ridiculous. All I keep thinking about is my spring card now. I can't wait to. I could do it. Right? I could have done it 2 weeks ago. But
That'd be a horrible mistake.
it'd be a horrible mistake. February's still around the corner. Plenty of surprises left this winter, but this week, pretty boring.
Yeah.
74 on Wednesday.
I love
There
that.
you go.
Any good weekends around the way? Good weekends?
Did I tell you when you babysat for me on Friday that the baby had stomach flu? Did I tell you that?
I knew that. I knew
Okay.
that she was home like those 2 days.
Yeah.
So, but Caitlin was like, she was feeling better, and I was like, it'll be fine.
She was feeling so much better,
Yeah.
but it was on Thursday, I guess, when she first got kicked out of daycare for having a little stomach bug. Caitlin got her home that night, and I guess I didn't realize, but the baby just puked right into Caitlin's face.
Oh, no.
Right? And yeah, as a baby is wont to do, that projectile. And
Like
and
an
then
alien movie where you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
and
Affected.
Caitlin's like, it's either gonna happen or it's not, I guess. So she got home Friday after. She like didn't even say hi. As soon as she got into the door, she ran to the bathroom, and that's pretty much where she was until midnight. At one point, I just went in there, and she was just laying on the bathroom floor, kind of like poke her with a stick, make sure
Yeah.
she was still okay.
Oh my goodness.
And so she was in bad shape. Saturday, she no throwing up, but the whole after a night, 8 hours of throwing up, I mean, you might as well be dead.
Yeah,
the next
absolutely.
day. So she was recovering out. So it was just me and the baby mostly,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, I guess I'm next. Never got. I got a little bit of a stomach ache that night, but I took some
Me too.
Zofran real quick. Yeah, you don't appropriate my story here.
Sorry for offending you.
Yeah, now you're medically appropriate,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
All right,
But no, so I didn't get sick at all. I took the Zofran. I was like, better take it before I'm throwing up, because
Yep.
once you take a pill while you're throwing up, you're
preemptive.
done.
Yeah, exactly.
But then I got a fever that night, like 103 at one point.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was like all messed up Saturday. I don't. And then yesterday I woke up like that feeling like I didn't have a fever anymore. But again, I had a fever-induced dream and sleep the whole
Yeah.
night. So yesterday I was just a little thrown off. It was like noon. I was just like, get over it, Patrick. And I went outside for a little bit and felt better. I feel fine now, but it's just been ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's never
it's- yeah.
ending.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and I keep hearing that COVID, there's some theories. We still don't know a whole lot about COVID, but they say one of the things when you catch it, it has a tendency to kill some of the good, like white blood cells,
Yeah.
and it makes you more susceptible to other things until
Oh, well,
those
good.
white blood cells can get
Wh-
re-established.
Yeah. Which
I
is a
can feel
couple of
better.
months it takes.
Yeah, heck, that was like
you're
June
saying.
or July. I'm sorry, July or August when I caught it. I was
Yeah.
like, it's
Depends on what your definition of a couple is.
Yeah.
Couple can be.
yeah, 6.
So
I would call that several.
I think. Well, I guess it was a few then. A few is three,
Few is
right?
three.
I
Handful.
think they said three. Well,
Handful.
a handful in a
How
bushel.
big are your hands?
No, that's not a saying.
Don't you like? There's I get into a mode when it's just me and the baby and a sick mom. Like I get into a mode where I'm like, okay, I roll up my sleeves, I like get things done, man. I like grab that baby. I'm like, listen, your mother's sick. All right, you can behave. You're gonna not wake her up. You're gonna
Yeah.
eat your meals. You're just gonna go to bed. That's all you're gonna do. All
Did that
right?
work out for you? Did he
No.
listen? Yeah.
No, it didn't. Yeah, but I do. It's you become this action man.
Oh yeah.
Until you're laid up with a fever yourself.
Yeah, and that's it. Taking care of a baby. Now, Mariah, when you saw her Friday afternoon, she's not been sick since
Yeah.
then. But we did notice Saturday she's got 5 teeth coming in all at the same time. So she's just been miserable, just like because I can only imagine how much that hurts. It's like teeth cutting through your gums.
Yeah.
And 5 of them all at the same time. So yeah, Caitlin and I are both like still a little laid up, and then we got a baby who's healthy for all intents and purposes, except she got 5 teeth coming in, so
Yeah.
she yells a lot about it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
imagine
that's
so.
rough. It was a rough weekend.
It sounds rough, man.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, the first time I was kind of frustrated, like being a dad for a long time.
Really?
It's just one of those, a baby's just crying. A man is just not, I don't think evolutionarily speaking, a man has got it in him, or biologically speaking, a man's got it in him to just sit there and just be happy about a crying baby.
Yeah,
You
you're not
that
supposed to be.
Not that a mom is either, but
Yeah.
but whereas Caitlin's more like, oh, what's wrong? I'm like, I gotta run. I gotta
Yeah.
get out of here. But then I had a fever. Like it was like Saturday night. I was like, I don't care what I'm doing. I might just drive until I run out of gas or something somewhere. But yeah, I felt too bad to even
So I
leave
don't
the
have to
house.
feel bad feeling that way. Like
No.
so I had to take care of him. What was it, Friday night, and like got up at like 2:30 in the morning to feed him, and the way he was crying and stuff, and nothing was working. I was like, I don't want to look at you. I just didn't want to look at him.
Yeah.
He was trying to look at me.
I think
was
that's
like,
a-
I'm not looking at you.
Cavemen spent a lot of time sleeping outside the cave back in the day. All right, that was what
Punching trips.
Yeah. They're like, I don't care. There's a jaguar out there that'll
Yeah.
kill me in my sleep. That's fine. That's better than this right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So I think there was always a place to go. Now we all live in these walled places, and
Yeah.
I can't escape.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go.
I was feeling like a
I
bad
go to your
dad.
house. There's more babies.
Yeah,
there.
exactly. I'm telling you, I felt like a bad dad on Saturday morning. I was just sitting there like outside with a coffee and a smoke, just going like, I don't have the temperament to be a father. I don't, because when the baby's crying bloody murder and she runs in, and I'm just like, dude, I'm shell shocked sometimes after it.
Yeah.
I walk out like I just saw, like a bomb go off in a crowded mall or something. Like I just like it's like sometimes I don't know what to call it anyway.
It is like it is a shock. It's a shock to your whole system. You're not used to this. You've spent 29 years
Being alone.
You are very
Quiet house.
and now you have a child that you have to make live. Like you are in charge of this child living.
And there's a few times where he's screaming. I know he's hungry, and he's screaming at the bottle. I'm like, eat this, eat it.
Yeah.
I know being a mom's tough, whole giving birth and stuff. That's not easy. All right,
Yeah.
but being a dad and having a baby that's
It's
just
tougher.
crying and screaming. It's like I said. I think it affects us worse.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know.
No, we have the ability. It's not tougher because we get to be like, I'm done, and I've had enough, baby, today, and you walk
I'm taking
away.
a
And
nap.
that's totally like acceptable in our society, I guess.
Yeah.
Depending if you're a big, vape smoking, pajama pants wearing, weird limp wristed husband, it's like, honey, do you think I could, I don't know. Those are the guys I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
That line
Flagstaff?
at Walmart?
Oh,
What's
yes.
that?
That line at Walmart?
Yeah.
I
Flagstaff
went there
was
the
just-
other day. It wasn't there. It was Dollar General. It went to the Dollar General.
Oh, there you go.
I realized I was like the only man in there not wearing pajama pants.
Yeah.
Felt good about myself. For
Just
that.
want to throw this out there. I've created this beautiful room in my house where you can just sit and read, and it's quiet.
And it's open to the public.
It is. If you're having a day where you're struggling a little bit and you can get away, you just call me and you go sit in that room. I'll bring you snacks. You pick a book off my bookshelf and you sit in there. I'll close the door and you just
It
relax.
sounds incredible, but with the baby, I'd drive there, get there, go in, you'd hand me the coffee, I'd sit down, read 2 sentences of a book, and be like, all right, I have to go now.
Yeah,
I
I
have to go.
suppose. Yeah, I figure, and I've offered it to the ladies as well, and I figure that's probably even harder for them because they probably, even if the baby is giving them a hard time, like they're crying a lot or whatever, they probably still don't want to leave the baby for an hour or two. You
Like
know?
a chain around my ankle, and it doesn't matter how far I get away. It can still get tugged.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Of course.
That means that I'm thinking and
Yes.
go back and be a father. Yeah.
I wish I was just a
Exactly.
terrible father. That'd be great.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't. Yep.
I'm going out for cigarettes. 3 years later, come back.
You're just living in my room that whole time.
Obviously, there's jokes getting flung around on this Monday. We got to get out of here. We got to get into your 6:30 block. Ag Vantage Report. Kern Heights. Motivational Monday. Shout out to Bobby Fischer,
Yeah.
the best chess player of all time.
And pastor.
And pastor.
Yes.
Of course.
I hope you listen. You need some.
I know.
You
Yeah.
need some
Some of
church
this.
in there.
I need some of this. All right. We'll be back here in just a little bit with the Brew Crew.
Hi, this is Bobby Fisher, pastor of Kern Heights Baptist Church, inviting you to spend a minute in God's Word with me. Deborah and I recently spent a few days in Dallas with our son and daughter-in-law and a grandbaby. Driving in Dallas can be really challenging, but the navigation systems in our phones and vehicles make a big difference. Wrong turn? It's no big deal. The system doesn't berate you or call you names, it simply reroutes you, and soon you're headed back in the right direction. In life, we all make sinful choices and find ourselves headed in the wrong direction. Thankfully, we have someone who can help us, the Holy Spirit. Jesus promised in John 16:13, when He, the Spirit of truth, comes, He will guide you into all truth. How does the Spirit do this? He doesn't scream or yell at you. Instead, through prayer and Scripture, He gently but firmly turns you around so that you're headed back in the right direction. Your job is to cooperate and follow Him. Join me at 822 North 9th Street on Sunday mornings at 11 or on Facebook live stream.
Good morning, I'm Kate Morgan. It's time to take a look at your EAB early morning market update. Here's how the market's closed. March corn at $6.54, up 1 1/4. May up 1 1/2 at $6.54. January soybeans at $15.01 1/2, up 34 3/4, with March of 21 3/4 at $14.92 1/2. March wheat at $7.43 1/2, down 3 1/4. May also down 3 1/4 at $7.51 1/2. March cotton at $85.67, up 3.09. May up 3.07 at $85.69. January rice at $17.50, up 12. March also up 12 at $17.77. In the livestock complex, February live cattle at $156.78, down 58. April down 60 at $160.68. January feeder cattle at $182.70, down 110. March down 90 at $185.65. And February lean hogs at $80.28, down 225. April down 188 at $89.65. That's your early morning market update from your EAB Ag Network. Have a great day.
The first ever Arkansas Grown Conference and Expo is coming soon. The Arkansas Department of Agriculture and ag organizations are hosting this in-person event where our farmers who grow our farm-to-table food can connect, hear from experts, take farm tours, and network. Join us for the Arkansas Grown Conference and Expo at the Embassy Suites in West Little Rock, January the 25th through the 28th. The deadline to register is January 11th. Sponsors and vendors are also invited. Go to arkansasgrown.org to learn more.
Bad theater seats, cheap Halloween masks, my apartment, all things with obstructed views. Add to these large trucks and buses. 18-wheelers and large buses have big blind spots, and like my apartment, they don't always have the best view. Bus and truck drivers deal with blind spots around the entire vehicle. Always take care not to ride alongside or too close behind them. Our roads, our safety. Learn more at sharetheroadsafely.gov.
At the first sale of 2023 at McDaniel Livestock Exchange in Valiant, Oklahoma, on Monday, January 2nd, there were 1,251 head of cattle on offer. Number one steers, 2 to 300 pounds, sold from $206 to a high of $265. 3 to 4 weight steers ranged from $201 to a high of $260. 4 to 5 weight steers brought $196 to a high of $240. 5 to 6 weight steers sold from $196 to a high of $223. 6 to 7 weight steers ranged from $163 to $187.5. 7 to 8 weight steers brought $149 to $175. 8 to 900 pound steers brought $139 to $162.5, and over 900 pound steers sold from $134 to $136. Number one heifers, 2 to 300 pounds, sold from $176 to a high of $205. 3 to 4 weight heifers ranged from $171 to a high of $200. 4 to 5 weight heifers brought $178 to $197. 5 to 6 weight heifers sold from $175 to $185. 6 to 7 weight heifers ranged from $160 to $175. 7 to 8 weight heifers brought $147.5 to $159, and over 800 pound heifers sold from $123 to $130. And that's the report from the first sale of the year on Monday, January 2nd at McDaniel Livestock Exchange in Valiant, Oklahoma. Our family serving your family. Happy New Year to the farmers and cattlemen of our area from McDaniel Livestock Exchange, and we'll see you Monday, January 9th at 10 o'clock for our next sale. For AgVantage, I'm Jay Bunyard reporting.
Here at First State Bank, we've been serving the area since 1973. We're local, just like you, and being local means we make local decisions too. We're here to serve you quickly so you can spend your time wisely and not in line. Now, that's just one of the many benefits you get when you bank with a local community bank. Bank at home with us at First State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All we're here to do. We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. Bill out $1 billion bonuses are not the sort of thing we do. We're just a small fry with a little guy. We're a lot like you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. First State Bank, member FDIC. We're big on you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you.
Sonic has something delicious for you. Hey, announcer guy, that's your cue. Try the new Sonic Steak and Bacon Grilled Cheese. Savory steak mixed with grilled onions topped with crispy bacon and melty American cheese, plus creamy mayo and tangy barbecue sauce. Or try it spicy with zesty cheese sauce and jalapenos.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely craving that previously mentioned thing.
Sonic Steak and Bacon Grilled Cheese.
Mmm, Sonic.
Limited time only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Simply by adding some of the most essential oils to your medicine cabinet, you can help alleviate a variety of ailments. Harris Drug in Kdqn carries a large variety of 100% essential oils, over 30 oils to choose from, along with essential oil necklaces, bracelets, and car vent clips. Discover the natural benefits of essential oils at Harris Drug in downtown Kdqn.
All right, we are back live, Kdqn 92.1. If you're watching on Facebook Live and you're wondering, where's the video at? Well, we ain't got no video today, all right? Because of Jen. Jen is the issue.
I take responsibility.
Do you?
I do.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
No, I used it to play. I used it to play a video game. I needed the webcam to play the video game over the weekend there, and I forgot to bring it back.
Did you have fun though?
I did.
Good.
I did. Bash some nerds.
Yeah. Why
Bash
not?
some nerds. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Anyway, y'all heard that Harris Drug ad.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Jen's Pro Tips. Brought to you by Harris Drug and Gifts, 205 Kdqn Avenue, hometown pharmacy, been family ran in Kdqn for over 50 years. Your usual pharmacy finds, plus more, like essential oils and home goods. And check out that Razorback Corner. Gifts for every member of the family. Jennifer, what is the tip of the day?
Well, I had a hard time picking one today
Uh-huh.
because I've got a lot. But this one, I know it's going to seem a little early for it, but bear with me here. All right. Especially when we're having some warm days, where we might start seeing wasps more.
Wasps.
Sorry, it's a hard word for me to say.
Sure.
I've never thought about this before, but sometimes they'll actually make nests in people's mailboxes.
Yeah.
I've never seen it before, but I read that it actually happens, and that can be really dangerous for our postal people.
Oh yeah.
Postmen, postwomen. Yeah. So I found out that if you put a scented dryer sheet in your mailbox, just put it in the back, maybe even put 2 for good luck, that'll keep the wasps away because they don't like that strong scent of dryer sheets. Yeah.
Nor do I.
Well,
So,
yeah.
I
do.
It keeps you do.
I do, yeah. I'm very particular about what scents I use.
Yeah.
Yeah, never lavender.
Yeah.
But
I feel like I may have blown my nose into a dryer sheet once.
oh, I
was
totally
bad.
have.
That was a bad idea.
Yeah. Hey, it happens.
So a couple dryer sheets into the mailbox.
Yes.
You're good to go as far as not worrying about wasps invading.
And really it's for the benefit of our postmen and post ladies.
And you.
And you, yeah, you're going to check your mail. You don't want to
Yeah.
get stung by a wasp. Or
Yeah.
you never know if you have allergies or whoever's delivering your mail has allergies to wasps or bees. So, just a little pro tip for you. Put some dryer sheets in the back of your mailbox. It's not too early to start, if you ask me, and just kind of make a habit of it. Maybe change it every 2 to 3 months. Or, if you don't smell it anymore.
Jen's a Yankee pro tip.
Yeah, yeah.
Around here, people don't wasp. They don't care about no wasp.
Well, I think you should care for your postman.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah.
Jen's pro tip.
Yeah. I've got a lot of good ones this week. So
Yeah.
I figured I'd start off a little easy today.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Figured I'd start off a little easy today. Good. That's a good pro tip. I'm gonna watch out for that because I got a wasp problem at the place. I'm not looking forward to the summer encroaching and
maybe
my
you could,
battle.
Yeah, maybe you could experiment a little bit with some dryer sheets.
Yeah.
You
Like
know?
a dryer sheet gun.
Yeah. Well, I
Like
was
a dryer
thinking
sheet net gun.
like
for you.
pinning some up wherever you see wasps the
Yeah.
most, and just see if it helps.
And people walking by my house, that's the guy who pins dryer sheets all up over his house. Stay away, kids.
Or you should get one of those rice guns.
Rice guns.
Yeah, I mean they they'll shoot flies down, so surely they do some damage to a wasp.
You gotta have pretty good aim, I'm sure.
No, it shoots out a bunch.
Oh, okay,
of
it's
rice.
like scattergun. Right?
Yes, and like like high propulsion.
Yeah, I've seen the salt ones.
That's what I was thinking. Not rice.
Rice gun?
No, surely there's a rice gun.
I was like, what is that all about? Rice gun.
Okay, no, I think I'm wrong. Yep.
The salt one. Yeah. Patrick has one for Christmas.
Yeah.
Didn't he get one?
I feel
or was
like
that
he did.
Kyle?
No.
Yeah, Patrick got a salt gun for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got to work on wasps.
Surely. Yeah.
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 I don't know.
Not rice though. Like, could you imagine with a single grain of rice shooting a fly?
But a bunch of them though.
Yeah, I mean a bunch of them, but like with one,
Yeah.
you'd be the fastest gun in the West.
Yeah.
With that.
Yeah.
There you go, Wild Bill Hickok.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Pro tip: put a dryer sheet in the back.
I'm going to
of
be
your
checking
mailbox.
everybody's mailboxes.
Oh,
You better put a
just
dryer sheet in there.
Gonna get arrested for mail fraud and thieving of mail.
Yeah.
Because there's no dryer sheet in our mailbox.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take your mail.
There you go. Patrick, what you got on that?
I wasn't listening.
Oh.
Sorry.
If-
That's something I had to figure out.
If you want to avoid having wasps in your mailbox so they're not attacking you or your postal
Trusted.
carrier.
I've had that happen
What-
before.
Yeah. Put a dryer sheet in the back of your mailbox.
Oh, great.
And
That's-
apparently they don't like those scented.
But what if the
sheets.
postal employee's like, oh, how nice, left a dryer sheet for me, and take it.
Pro tip to the postal carriers.
Yeah.
What do we call them? Mailman. Why?
No.
Mail people.
Mail people.
Well, you can identify as something besides a person.
All
these
right,
days,
fair
so-
enough.
Well, I'm just
Mail.
gonna say mail carriers.
A mail
Yeah,
noun.
mail carrier.
Mail noun.
Mail noun.
But yes, I've had a note left on my mailbox once that said ants were inside of it. But the postal carrier left that on, so I opened it up and there's a note there that says, "Please do something about the red ants and the
Yeah.
fire ants in there." And I looked; they made a nest in the back
Yes.
of it.
Yeah.
All right. I just thought of something. If you're going to follow this life hack, get citrus dryer lint because most insects don't like citrus. So that's an idea for you.
Is that like citronella, right?
Yep, exactly. A
Yeah.
lot of bug sprays will have citrus in them. So yeah.
Cool, man. That's a great idea.
I think
It is.
so.
Some dryer
I'm
sheets
gonna
back
give it
there.
a shot.
I'm
yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
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 Imagine being happy.
Imagine being happy with your mailbox.
Because if this winter doesn't get any colder, and the wasps are gonna be insane this
Exactly.
year, and the ticks and the skeeters and everything else that's nasty.
Imagine being happy with your mailbox. So get up and run outside with a dryer sheet and put it in your mailbox right now. It always makes Jen laugh.
Yeah, it
It's an
does.
easy one.
Just classic.
It's classic. Well, that's Jen's Pro Tips. It's brought to you by Harris Drug and Gifts. She's not a professional.
I know.
But you're going to feel like one after you hear Jen's Pro Tip and employ these tips on your own. Could you imagine somebody listening every day and doing each one of them? And like gaining a pro tip every, just leveling
Wow,
up.
yeah.
And then
That
before
made
you
me
know
so
it,
happy.
somebody's going to bust through that door. They're going to be 8 feet tall, full of your
Pro
pro
tipped
tips.
out.
Yeah.
Dressed really well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like steroids, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Pro tips.
I really enjoy your pro tips.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
I make the best cupcakes ever.
Yeah. All right.
Or they're just like, checking you, fact checking you on all.
Oh,
these.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, I stuck a dryer lint in there. Now it's filled with wasps.
Oh no.
'Cause they just love
That'd
the
be
scent.
horrible.
Or, they mistook dryer lint for
I am
dryer
not a
sheet.
professional. We must say that.
Yeah.
I'm not a professional. So
Yeah.
just don't listen to me, I
Disclaimer,
guess.
huh?
Yeah.
Your pro tip.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. It was a good one. We
Yeah.
got to get into it, though. It's time for your genuine RV power trivia. I don't know why I said that like a question. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Good health, good times, and good success. That's the wish for you and your family in the new year from James Hodge Dodge in Broken Bow. There's a Dodge brand vehicle for everyone as we kick off the new year. James Hodge Dodge in Broken Bow has special discounts, offers, and incentives to certainly make it worth your while to shop today. Check out the deals at James Hodge Dodge in Broken Bow, wishing you and your family a happy and prosperous new year.
Ashdown Schools make it easy to find just what you're looking for on the district's website at ashdownschools.org. View grades and email teachers with links to eSchool. View Facebook posts and news feeds even if you don't have a Facebook account, along with event calendars, sports, lunch menus, and so much more. At Ashdown Schools, we believe organization and communication play a vital part in the success of our students. Ashdown Public Schools, providing educational excellence since 1891. We are Ashdown.
Are you ready for fiber to the home internet service? 4 States Fiber is in the process of building a network to reach every Southwest Arkansas Electric Cooperative member, bringing 1 gig fiber internet service to homes and businesses with unlimited data, free installation, and no contracts. From high school sports to the Hogs to the pros, stay in the action as you stream your team to victory. Visit 4statesfiber.com and click on Check Availability for more information. 4 States Fiber, internet service you can be happy about.
In need of electrical work? Trust the experts at H&K Electric, a locally owned company and proud supporters of Ashdown Community and Panther Sports. H&K Electric has the experience and expertise to handle all electrical services from large industrial manufacturing facilities to residential and commercial service needs. For professional technicians who provide expert advice and workmanship, trust H&K Electric. Online, visit hkelectric.org. Best wishes for a successful sports season from Josh Huddleston and staff at H&K Electric.
That's right. We're back live. Kdqn 92.1 with your Genuine RV Power Trivia. Genuine RV and Power Sports in Idabel, Oklahoma takes care of all your motor and power sports needs. Go to genuinerv.com right now. It's time. 642-2190 is the number to call. Jennifer's going to read you a question. If you call and get it correct or answer it, save a life or anything like that, get your life saved, then you win yourself breakfast and a car wash token.
Yes.
Just like that. Couldn't be any easier. On the station that makes it fun to listen and easy to win, number 1 Country 92.1, the most fun in the morning, the best music all day.
That was perfect.
Thank you. All right, I think we're ready. What is the question?
All right. The first one of these was established in the United States in the mid-1800s, and you'll find roughly 18,000 of them now in the country. What is it?
What is it?
The first one of these was established in the United States in the mid-1800s, and now you'll find roughly 18,000 of them in the country. What is it?
642-2190, 642-3637, 898-3624. To the phone lines. Good morning, you're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Post office most wanted sign.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Pretty good.
Not what I'm looking for, though.
We need to get Rick a winner, man.
Yeah, I
When's
know.
the last time you won, Rick? You've been not good on the trivia recently.
I think he does it on purpose.
Yeah, he does. He knows one of us is going to save his life. I'm going to go with traffic lights.
Not traffic lights.
Walmart's.
Not Walmart's.
Whoa,
Good answer.
Good answers. Nothing on Facebook Live yet. Call back, Rick. We need him to win
Yeah,
one.
we do.
642-2190.
The first one of these was established in the United States in the mid-1800s, and now you'll find roughly 18,000 of them in the country. What is it? That is not an exact number.
Roughly 18,000.
But roughly. Mm-hmm.
Gruffly 18,000. Gruffly. Lots of potential answers there.
Yes.
Let's go with
And you
this.
guys are kind of on the right track here.
Are we?
Yeah, except for Walmart.
Oh.
Sorry.
Walmart, traffic light, post office most wanted sign.
Yeah, okay.
Put those three
where,
together.
Where those triangulate those three things.
Yeah.
Oh.
They didn't like that. I think you can get all those things at Walmart. You could buy a Walmart, you could buy a post office most wanted sign,
Yes.
and a traffic light.
Yeah. The first one of these was established in the United States in the mid-1800s, and now you'll find roughly 18,000 of them in the country. What is it?
To the phone lines. Good morning, you're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Morning at drugstores.
Hey.
Not drugstore.
That's a good one. I'm going to go with a mall.
Not a mall.
Is it a prison?
Not a prison.
Not a prison.
No.
Coffee shop, says John Baldwin.
Not coffee shops.
darn it.
I will say that Patrick is closer.
Prison.
Right, well, prison's a lot. I mean, Walmart, prison, almost same thing for me. And
Yeah. Prison. To the phone lines. Good morning, you're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Courthouses.
Not courthouses.
Sheriff's office.
Not sheriff's office. I can't give it to you there.
Is it those places where they do the firing squads?
No,
the
no,
arena, firing
no.
squad arena?
No.
Nobody on Facebook Live to save your life.
Tyler's closest, but I can't give it to you.
Sheriff's office.
Yeah.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning, you're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
County/parish jails.
No, not jails.
PD?
That is correct.
Hey!
Police department.
Hey, all right. Police department.
Yes.
Rick Pruitt.
Yay!
Got yourself a little. All right. You, Rick, you've never won trivia before.
Can you explain to him how it works?
Yes. So you got yourself a breakfast from McDonald's. You have a choice of whatever breakfast sandwich you want, under $2. And and you get a trip to the ultrasonic car wash at Mr. Clean here in Kdqn. No wax. All right.
Wax on, wax off.
There you go. You can pick up your winnings anytime after 7:10. Thanks, Rick.
Bye-bye, yeah.
Bye. All right.
Congrats, Rick. What a great way to start the week off. Huh?
Yes. Nice win.
The first police department in the United States was established in New York
York
City
City.
in 1844.
Yep.
Yes, and it's also National Police Appreciation Day.
Oh, great.
Hey, look at
Okay.
that.
National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
so-
Don't forget all the, state troopers and
Exactly.
deputies and
Yes, everybody.
wildlife officers.
Now, do you hand out more tickets on police law enforcement appreciation?
Yes.
Well,
Day?
I would
If
just
I
say, if you get pulled over for something today, just go,
Yeah.
hey, officer, before you say anything, I just want to say Happy Law Enforcement
Yeah.
Appreciation Day.
And there's drugs in my sock. Just being
Figured
upfront
I'd be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh my, oh my.
So, did you read about the what that was about? So, wasn't the first PD actually put together? It was like some servicemen that they really needed New York. New York was just going crazy, and they just instilled.
Still is.
Still is, yeah. And then you know what a cool thing is on the day there was supposed to be a January 6th or whatever 100 years ago or whatever in the 1800s.
Right.
And instead of employing a bunch of National Guard and this and that, they actually took a lot of the New York police and dressed them up in normal clothing and put them all at the Capitol building.
Yeah.
So that if there was some sort of, what do they call that, an insurrection of some kind, they would be ambushed or surprised by the police. And also that way you weren't fighting like a faceless military organization. You were facing your brother.
Yeah.
Or something,
I got you.
Yeah. Yes, as the police established intimate relations with neighborhoods and neighborhood leaders and initially did not even wear uniforms.
No.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. America became a country 1776, and we went like 75 years without a police, without any police department. So things were a little different back then, I guess. So
after that, there was a drunken horse race through the streets that knocked over a tomato stand or something. We really
somebody
need to do
messed
something.
it up. For
somebody.
everybody. I know.
Oh, hey, we appreciate you though.
NYPD now has something like 40,000 officers, which is crazy when you think that's like they have about as many officers as there are people living in Hot Springs, Arkansas. But then also 40,000 people to police 9 million people in the New York City metroplex. Yeah.
What if they find out?
Yeah, no doubt.
That's like a that's like a small army. 30,000.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in Roman times or something, it was probably they have 30,000 men. Oh no.
Wow, there's
darn, or whatever they said back then.
There's a huge history on early police in
Oh,
the
yeah.
United States. I had no idea.
Fascinating.
Quite
Go check
fascinating.
out the history of the police
Mhm.
and their beginnings of,
And appreciate them today.
And appreciate them.
Absolutely.
Best thing you could do is just follow the law today.
Exactly. Make it an easy day for them.
Make it an easy day.
Ooh, Friday I was I had one of those moments. Just I just eat it up.
Mhm.
I was going towards Nashville
Mm-hmm.
on Kdqn. You know how it turns out, like, you know, as soon as you get kind of out of the Kdqn area, it gets in that double lane, that big wide turn
By the Derrick's
you know,
Junction
by the
and such.
Derrick's Junction. People let out on that part,
Oh, yeah.
thinking it's like, oh, this is like
It's
a
Autobahn.
national highway or something, you know,
Yeah.
like, so they get onto it and they just, woof. And I gotta be honest, I was probably going like 62
Mhm.
on it. I know it's 55, all right. And, but this white car goes woof, right, like past me, definitely going like 75, 80.
Yeah.
And, on the other side, state trooper, bang,
Nice.
throws his
Ooh,
lights
got him.
up. But I thought he was getting after me. Because 62, I thought he was like, that guy's already gone. I'll just get
Mhm.
this guy who was going, you know, whatever, 7 over, you know. But no, and then I get to pass the person that aggressively passed me,
Oh, I
pulled
love
over by the
that.
police.
Justice.
He had the hat, and he was in the window. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
bad day for you.
You could pretty much guarantee there's always a state trooper.
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
'Cause
should
that's
just
what-
always assume
Yeah.
it.
Yep. Yeah, wherever you are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Totally.
Because I used to assume that there was never any between Kdqn and Broken Bow, and then I found out recently
Yeah.
that there is.
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
he pulled me over.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I've been watching you for a while.
I've been counting up all.
Yeah.
the-
Do you respect police?
I do. I was in a hurry.
Yeah. All right. It's time, though. We got to get into your news, brought to you by Shelter Insurance and Teeter Motor Company.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.
Your local news leader is Kdqn, Kdqn, Ashdown, Dirks. Local news this hour is presented by Shelter Insurance agents Joey Bailey in Ashdown, Jeff Woods in Kdqn, and Todd Moore in Dirks, and by Teeter Motor Company in Mena. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter.
For KDQN News, I'm Patrick Massey reporting in our first story of the news hour. A single vehicle accident claimed the life of a Derrick's man over the weekend. According to the Arkansas State Police, 50-year-old Jerry Dale Jones was traveling eastbound on Highway 278 in Howard County Saturday morning when his 2011 Buick Enclave left the roadway, struck a tree, and overturned. The accident occurred around 9 a.m. that morning. According to the preliminary crash report, Jones was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigating State Trooper Ernesto Echeverria reported road conditions as clear and dry at the time of the accident. In our next story, the Sevier County Quorum Court is scheduled to meet this afternoon to declare a vacancy in the office of Sevier County Judge and announce who will serve in that position for the next 4-year period. Interim Sevier County Judge Dick Tallman is expected to resign today, opening up the office for another appointee to serve through January of 2027. Tallman was originally appointed to the position in September following the unexpected passing of Sevier County Judge Greg Ray. During his appointment process, Tallman said he would serve in the position until another individual could be appointed for Ray's 2023 through 2027 term. Ray was running unopposed for that term when he passed away in late August of 2022. As the filing period had ended, the Quorum Court was left with one option, appointing someone for the remainder of Ray's 2021 through 2023 term, as well as the one that would have began earlier this month. The next election for the office of Sevier County Judge will be held in 2026. State election law will prohibit the individual appointed today from running in that election. The Quorum Court met last week in executive session to review several resumes that were received for the office. Sevier County Justices of the Peace are expected to announce their decision today. Also scheduled for today's meeting is a report from Sevier County Medical Center CEO Lori House. David Boone Ministries, which administers several senior citizen centers in the county, is also expected to provide an update. The Quorum Court will then appoint a delegate to the Arkansas Quorum Court Association for 2023, as well as vote on the appointment of Dr. Ken Erickson to the Sevier County Airport Board. A final item on the agenda includes providing an 8.5% pay increase to county library employees. All county employees, save those with the Sevier County Sheriff's Office who received a sizable mid-year raise last year, were provided the raise beginning this year. However, library employees were reportedly and inadvertently left out of the broad pay increase. The Quorum Court is expected to remedy that oversight today. The meeting begins at 2 p.m. in the courtroom of the Sevier County Courthouse and is open to the public. We'll have some more local news for you, but first let's take this break and hear these words from our sponsors.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See your Southwest Arkansas Shelter Insurance agents, the Woods Agency in DeQueen, Todd Moore and Dirks, or Joey Bailey in Ashdown.
Teeter Motor Company knows that buying a car or truck is not a game, so they have stacked their roster with an all-star inventory and are ready to help you hit a home run on your next vehicle purchase. Don't strike out at another dealer when Teeter Motor Company is right up the road in Mena and ready to make you a deal. Multiple financing options, service after the sale, and over 100 vehicles on the lot are just a few of the reasons that Teeter Motor Company is the MVP. Run, don't walk down to Teeter Motor Company at 1201 Highway 71 South in Mena. And remember, the deals are always sweeter at Teeter.
And we're back with Kdqn News. The Sevier County Fair and Rodeo Association is gearing up to present its second annual Drawdown fundraising event next month. The fundraiser has been scheduled for February 11th, beginning at 6 p.m. at the DeQueen High School cafeteria. Tickets are $100 each and will include a steak dinner for two with all the fix-ins. Besides supporting a great cause in the Sevier County Fair and Rodeo Association, the event will also include another major highlight, a chance at a $5,000 drawdown prize. There will also be additional door prizes, raffles, and other chances to win. And to help increase the chances of winning, only 140 tickets are being sold for this year's event. So don't delay. Contact any Fair Board member to get a ticket ASAP. You can also reach out to the Sevier County Fair and Rodeo Association through its Facebook page. Now in some local sports news, the Arkadelphia senior team spoiled the Queen's first action at home in the Coliseum since November Friday night. The Lady Badgers nipped the Lady Leopards 51-50, while the Badgers rolled past the Leopards 74-46 in boys action, as heard live here on your number one country 92.1. The girls' contest was close throughout, with the Queen leading Arkadelphia 13-11 after the opening quarter, while the Lady Badgers took a 23-22 lead at the half. Arkadelphia opened up an 8-point lead in the fourth quarter before the Lady Leopards battled back. DeQueen executed a nice play to get a good look at a potential game-winning shot at the buzzer, but the shot fell just short as the Lady Leopards dropped a 51-50 heartbreaker. Belle Lindsay led DeQueen with 22 points. Dayton Newberry, our McDonald's player of the night, scored 16 points and pulled down a game-high 8 rebounds. With the tough 1-point defeat, the Lady Leopards fell to 1-1 in conference play and 10-4 overall. In the boys' contest, the Leopards came out red hot and raced to an early 19-10 lead, but the Badgers used their size and quickness advantage to pull away for a 74-46 victory over the DeQueen Leopards. Cooper Young led the Leopards with 17 points. Nathan Patterson and Manny Hernandez added 9 each. The Leopards fell to 0-2 in the league and 5-8 overall. The DeQueen teams will host Hope tomorrow. The Ashdown Panthers played host to the Nashville Scrappers at Helen Parker Gymnasium on Friday evening. In girls action, Nashville defeated Ashdown 58-6. Nashville came out with a great pressure defense that the Panthers could never master. Nashville was led by Kylie Scoggins, 20 points all in the first half. For Ashdown, LaKenya Williams led the Panthers with 3 points. The boys had an exciting game that was typical of the Panthers and Scrappers rivalry. Ashdown led 25-20 at halftime with stifling defense. The Panthers went on to win 53-45 behind 23 points by Caden Winfrey and 12 points by Shamar Easter. The Panthers put the game away in the fourth quarter by outscoring the visiting Scrappers by a score of 20-13. For Nashville, Kyle Whiteman finished with 27 points. Ashdown hosts Magnolia Tuesday night, which can be heard on 102.1 The Good Path with the pregame show beginning at 5:20. That's it for this edition of the news. We'll be back at 8 a.m. with some more, as well as at noon and 4 today. In the meantime, check out your number one country online at kdqn.net. I'm Patrick Massey.
Local news this hour has been presented by Teeter Motor Company in Mena. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter. And by your Southwest Arkansas Shelter Insurance agents, Todd Moore and Dirks, Jeff Woods in DeQueen, and Joey Bailey in Ashdown. For local news when you want it, 24 hours a day, go to our website at kdqn.net.
Your premier propane provider, Pinnacle Propane, is back and stronger than ever with aggressive low pricing, consistently reliable service, and safety measures second to none. Pinnacle Propane is your best choice for safe, reliable propane and service at a great price. Call or visit one of our local service centers at Hope, Monticello, Mena, Nashville, or DeQueen to find which budget plan works best for you. For services, contact information, or to make a payment, visit us online at pinnaclepropane.com.
We know you're out there. We know you have the skills. We know you have the tools. We're just waiting for you to apply. Ready to start your next career? Husqvarna Group has your opportunity. Full-time employment positions are now available with starting pay at $15.25 an hour. Apply in person at No. 1 Poland Drive in Nashville, Arkansas, or online at husqvarnagroup.com.
The holidays are past us, and we have a renewed hope for tomorrow. And your friends at Gentry Chevrolet hope the best for you and yours, but some things remain the same. If you're going to keep the family ride a little longer, make sure it's winterized at Gentry Chevrolet in DeQueen. Check the antifreeze, change the oil, get the front end aligned. Gentry Chevrolet has windshield repair replacement services available, and no-wait oil changes available too. If you're ready for a new one, let Gentry Chevrolet order it for you. And remember, they have the best pre-owned inventory in our area. Check them out online at GentryChevyInc.com.
DeQueen Auto Group wants your vehicle. Whether you're ready for trade-in or just need cash for your vehicle, call today. All makes and models accepted. Check out our selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. We offer ASC protection plans for all used vehicles. ASC warranty provides several options to fit any budget. Contact Mac Moore, our finance manager, for more details. Visit our websites at DeQueenFord.net or DeQueenChryslerDodgeJeep.com. DeQueen Auto Group is your hometown full-service Ford, Ram, Jeep, and Dodge dealership.
Whatever you want to be, it helps to be well. An active, healthy lifestyle is key. We offer tips and support to quit smoking and address health conditions like diabetes and high blood pressure. It's never too late to make decisions to help you be healthier and to be the best version of you can be. Call 833-283-WELL. Be you, be well. This ad brought to you by your Master Tobacco Settlement dollars at work.
All right, we're back live, KDQN 92.1 with the Morning Brew. Good morning to all of you out there in Radio Land. We also have Greg Revels in studio. How are you doing today?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
What a day.
Is it?
Already.
Yeah, it is. It's a good day. It's Monday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's going to be awful, so we figured we'd get the good vibes out today.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day.
I hate Tuesday.
Yeah.
Not looking forward to it.
How come? Just because it's Tuesday?
It's Tuesday, yeah. Monday, you come back, you're refreshed, you're recharged.
Yeah.
Tuesday is like, what
Yeah,
day
we got
is it?
4 more days
Yeah,
to go.
4 more days.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a nothing day. That's what Tuesday is, a nothing day.
So did I missed the? I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
mean to
please,
interrupt you.
please.
I missed the first hour.
Yeah.
Most of it.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't miss nothing.
Off and on. I heard you talking about coffee, and I went to sleep. So
Yeah.
Went back to sleep. So,
Yep.
You know, but did you have a good weekend?
Was that like an insult?
Yeah, a bit.
Yeah.
No.
Your tone was insulting.
No. I didn't mean it as an insult. I just heard that, and then I just kind of drifted back off.
Yeah. No.
It must be nice.
Weekend was all right. The weekend was good. It's the first time I'm talking to anybody since
I thought
Friday.
you were talking to nerds all weekend.
I did talk to some nerds.
Yeah,
on
there
the
you go.
weekend.
See, yeah.
Yeah.
Those don't count. You're on the
No,
dark
no.
web with
Yeah,
your
exactly.
with your webcam.
With my webcam.
Yeah,
Yeah, we had talked
Don't
maybe
tell
about-
us what you were doing with that
I
webcam.
won't, dude. You don't want to know.
On the dark web.
Yeah.
I know we had talked about hanging out Friday night, and I was like, he probably doesn't. He didn't. Why would you want to see a coworker on a Friday night?
Yeah.
You know, that you have to talk to every day. Nah, I'll be all right.
Yeah,
Kid
yeah,
Caitlin's
that's
like,
all
you
you
gonna
are
hang out
now.
with your brother or anything? Like, nah, I don't think so.
No.
I was actually Friday night. I would have been, maybe possibly down, but yeah, nah.
Well, I was unsure if I was going to have to take my wife to the ER that night or not. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the baby had a stomach bug, and then that just spread around the household. So
Kiwi got it.
Yeah. That's bad when a dog gets it.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
no, the wife had a real bad Friday night. Like as sick as I've ever seen her.
My gosh.
So that was rough.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like fun.
No.
I got
when
some
are you
good
gonna
baby
get it?
time, I've been there already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was Saturday night. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I got some good baby time in. Mama was sick. Lots of stuff going on there. So I just tried to, really help out as much as I could, and watched a lot of Disney movies for some reason. Like, I don't know why. We want to watch something, but we feel bad putting on Deadwood or Game of Thrones with the child in the room. So we put on Disney movies, and my brain melts how bad they are.
That's
There's
probably
this-
better. Like we put on yesterday afternoon, just something to watch.
Yeah.
The Last King of Scotland, and I realized that's not for a baby to watch.
No.
It starts all fun, and it seems like it's it's just going to be a good time, and then it quickly deteriorates into really really bad time.
Yeah.
So.
We've been putting on this show too, this Netflix show. It's called Rescue Riders. I hate it. I've watched every episode now. And I like
rage watching?
Yeah, well, I was asking Allie, I was like, I wonder if there's lots of parents who like have to watch these terrible kid shows and then like they start hating the characters. Like, and knowing everything about it. Like, I hate Burple. He stinks. He's
You ever
the
heard
worst.
of Barney?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's I think it's a Netflix. I know maybe it's a Netflix. So there's one of the streaming services going to come out with a documentary called "I Love You, You Hate Me," all about Barney and about the parents who got so sick of that show that started an actual Barney fan hate club. I guess.
Yeah, it's this Rescue Riders though. That one is terrible. It's two young dragon riders who have dragons. Each of them have a dragon. And
Real dragons?
Real dragons. And then they find other dragons to join their troop there, and they defend a town from all kinds of different,
dragons.
Nah, just really not. Just really like simple
zombies.
things. It's never zombies or a monster. It's always like, like
nerds.
The next town over.
That's never even that. Yeah, I can't even explain one
Did I
episode.
say that?
What? Yeah? Is that what you said?
Will they defend against inflation? Or
Yeah, they defend against like
bad health policies.
Yeah, strong wind.
Yeah, okay.
We gotta find out where the wind is coming from. And then they go in, and it's like another dragon, and they just convince the dragon to join their side.
Oh.
That's how it always is.
Oh, that sounds realistic.
Yeah. Another one is Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
That's one that we've been watching.
I
You
heard it
remember him?
starts off quite trite, but it turns into a real thriller.
Yeah.
You talking about the new one?
It's a show.
Oh,
now.
no.
Yeah.
There's a new movie.
Is there?
Yeah.
I kind of like Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
I kind of like him.
From the, what's the green
Shrek?
guy? Shrek.
Yeah.
The Shrek Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to get his own movie.
Oh, okay. He deserves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Antonio Banderas.
Banderas.
Is it?
No, it's Banderas.
Banderas, yeah, his finest role ever.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't have to look at him. Yeah.
Oh, he was great in what was that? The 13th Warrior?
Yeah.
You've never seen that one?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Pretty
that's
good.
such a good movie. Yeah.
He was good in Desperado.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Zorro.
Zorro. Yeah.
Sure.
No.
No, Puss in
I
Boots.
haven't seen that one, but
100%.
You hadn't seen Zorro?
No.
Catherine Zeta-Jones was in it.
Oh, okay. Worth seeing then.
Yeah. Yeah, but then Disney movies. I watched Finding Nemo. That one's pretty good. It's really sad at the beginning. My gosh, I forgot about that. I'm not even going to tell you what happened. It's too much for the radio, for the 7 o'clock hour especially.
Yeah, kids riding school buses. Don't make them all sad.
Yeah. So yeah, my brain's just been melting watching this stuff, and like each one feels like a fever, But gotta watch him. And I don't even know why. Kid's not even watching it. He's just like,
He's asleep in the other room.
I just don't want him to hear sword fighting and yelling and war. And
He'll hear that soon enough.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pumping the brakes on it as much as I can.
Well, I realized that after watching The Last King of Scotland that Mariah's too old to be watching movies about Ugandan coups. Or Idi Amin. She don't need to, that does not need to be one of her first words.
Yeah. Who's your favorite actor, Mariah? Forrest Whitaker. He's in that.
Yeah. He is the man.
He is the last king of
He's
Scotland.
Big Daddy.
Yeah. He is really good. He was good in Platoon. You always
He's kinda
forget.
good in everything.
Y'all
He's good.
forget he was in Platoon.
Yeah.
That's how stacked that movie was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really
Ensemble.
was.
Yeah.
Cast. Yeah.
They had a great cast.
Best villains of all time, movie villains. Got to be Barnes has got to be up there for me. And Darth Vader.
Yeah. Anton Chigurh from
Yep.
No Country for Old Men.
Yep, pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. You got anybody, Greg? Do you like villains? Are you a villain guy?
No, not really.
No.
I mean, I tolerate them.
Yeah.
A good villain makes for a good movie.
Yeah.
But I want the good guy to win.
I think Miles likes villains, and he has that for me because when we were watching Finding Nemo, and he really liked the shark with the razor teeth, and he looks insane, like big shark. He was like, every time that one came on, he was laughing. And I remember one time I stepped out. That's how I knew I stepped outside for a quick moment, and he laughs like this. He goes like this. That's his laugh.
Yeah.
And he doesn't often do too many in a row. And I'm standing out there and I'm listening. I'm listening for him. And it's just
That's kind of how Jen laughs.
like that. Yeah. It's and I go inside. He's laughing his butt off at the shark from Finding Nemo. I'm like, this kid's insane.
Yeah, yeah, that should be scary.
Yes,
as a kid.
exactly.
I will.
Yeah. And of course you try and pull out the phone. He knows immediately you're doing something and he stops. You want to video record it or something because his laugh is hilarious. I don't know where he got that from. Like that. Anyway, all right.
Well, we watched a Quieter Place as well over the weekend.
That one's
Or a
kind of isn't
Quiet
good.
Place. Yeah, it's
all right.
It's all,
but
it's just like, hey man, it's a sci-fi movie. Monsters come down, and cause chaos. There's too many artsy shots.
Yeah.
There's a lot of camera spinning 360
Yeah.
degrees around somebody as they're real sad. And I understand it's gonna be sad.
Yeah.
When monsters come down, in that situation, it would not be good.
Sad.
It'd be a lot of sadness, but
Yeah.
I don't know how much time there would be to just
Yeah,
stand
yeah.
there on a beach looking out into the ocean, just contemplating everything.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
with
know.
you.
Yeah.
Remember that chamber they would get in?
That
the
was
sound
creepy.
That was a little creepy.
Yeah, that was some airtight. He had a timer going, so you could because if you were in there longer than that, you're going to run out of oxygen.
Yeah.
It's like a real movie.
It's a real movie. Yeah, John Krasinski,
Buff John Krasinski.
Yeah, he's the new Jack Ryan. Yep, he created that movie. It's he and his wife are the main actors. Yeah, he dies in the first one. Sorry to spoil that. And then
I watched the second one. I didn't watch the
Kalen's
first
theories. They only came out with the second one, so he could be. He was like, "Why'd I get killed off in the first one?" And because he's got a good chunk of the movie in the flashbacks. Like how
and
it all
he's always
started and
heroic
everything.
and amazing.
Yeah.
Imagine that writing. All right, I'm going to sit down and write a movie. All right, main character is me. I'm incredible. All right, I do everything amazing. I look good. I protect my family. I don't know. It's kind of like Good Will Hunting. Matt Damon wrote that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he's like, all right, I'm going to sit down and write a movie. I'm a genius. Yeah. I'm just better than everybody. And I'm going to write these amazing things. But I'm, misunderstood. That type of thing.
I'm a janitor.
I'm a janitor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who would ever say yes to, do you like apples? I would never, if somebody I was in a squabble with, was then like, hey, do you like apples? I'm not going to be like, yeah, because that's what it's all about. He gets the girl. Do you remember this?
I've never seen the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, in the movie, he gets the girl, and then as he's walking out of the place, he taps on the window to the guy he just punked out, and he was like, hey, do you like apples? And the guy's like, yeah. And he's like, well, how about them apples? And he has her phone number. So that's he wrote that part. And but what if you're like, hey, do you like apples? And the guy's like, no. your whole thing is done. Like,
yeah.
what are you going to
You
say?
got nothing. Well, you could still slap the phone number. I still got her number.
Yeah.
Well, that makes so much sense because I have seen Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and at one point in the movie, he gets asked, "How do you like them apples?" And Matt Damon goes, "Applesauce," and he pulls out a double-barreled sawed-off and shoots somebody with it. And I never quite understood the joke there, and now that you explain, now it all does. Okay.
Yeah. But, like, come on. Like, even if you like apples, are you that truthful that you have to be like, yes, darn it, I do like apples? Like, why just say no if anybody ever asks, Greg? That's
I'll
my pro
remember
tip
that
for the day.
I'll remember to
then
say
nothing
no,
good
I don't like apples.
Yeah, nothing good comes after being asked if you like apples.
Then it would be instantly like, "What do you mean you don't like apples? Who doesn't like apples?"
Yeah. Come on. You like
Yeah,
apples.
a little bit, right? Apple juice. All right, like a little applesauce with your pork chop.
Yeah. Anyway. That was so lots of movies and random. What?
Nothing.
Okay. That was an odd thing you just did, Greg.
What
You reached for something and then
Look like a
gave
gun.
up. Yeah, it did.
I was looking for my gun.
Yeah.
I was going to shoot myself. Unfortunately, I forgot it.
He realized what time it is and then what he's doing.
Yeah. Have you thought of something yet? Here, I'll give you time. We got to get into the weather. It's brought
There
to
you
by
go.
First State Bank.
First State Bank has been serving our area's farmers for almost 50 years. Poultry loans are just one of the many types of agricultural loans that we offer. We understand the agricultural business because we're local, just like you. Stop by any of our branches and speak with a loan officer to see how we can help you meet your agricultural needs. We also offer livestock, farm equipment, farm service agency, guaranteed, and participation loans. Now that's just one of the many benefits you get when you bank with a local community bank. First State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You feel our $1 million bonuses are not the sort of thing we do. We're just a small fry with a little guy. We're a lot like you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. First State Bank, member FDIC. We're big on you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you.
Number one country weather.
All right, taking a look at the weather for today. We're looking at areas of fog earlier this morning, up to 10 a.m. Otherwise, partly sunny today, a high near 61. Light and variable winds coming from the south, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear, with a low around 39. Those winds becoming calmer this evening. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny. A high near 67. Tomorrow night, increasing clouds, a low of 52. Wednesday, partly sunny, a high near 74. You know what that means. Wednesday night, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Partly cloudy, a low around 44. Thursday does have a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms as well, mainly in the morning, mostly sunny, a high near 56, and on it goes. Friday, sunny, a high near 55. The low Friday night, 30, and Saturday, sunny, a high near 58. Sunday, partly sunny, a high near 64. I'm sure we got some rain coming in.
We need some rain.
We should.
Yep.
We do.
Yep.
31 degrees outside your number one country studios currently. And that does it for the weather, brought to you by First State Bank.
You ready?
Not yet. We still got 3 minutes, y'all, before we get into all that.
Can't rush these things.
Yeah,
all right?
come on.
I just wondered if you were ready. I didn't say it was time.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm ready then. I am
Okay.
definitely ready. What's anything crazy over the weekend for you? I didn't ask you.
Well, it started out with, Friday night doing the basketball
That's right.
games. Not the result we wanted
Right.
at all.
Yeah.
Frustrating, but that goes that way. Then I did a lot of farm work Saturday.
That's good.
Took some cattle to Texarkana to the J&J Livestock.
What's that experience?
Me
like?
and you need to go.
Yeah.
It was insane Saturday.
See, I went to those types of things with my dad, but of course, all I wanted to do was bring my Game Boy and play it.
Yeah. Well, Saturday I went into the sale and watched it for a few minutes, but it was so full there was not a seat in the whole place.
Really?
Well, how's prices looking right now? Because beef seems a little cheaper than
Prices are better.
prices are better.
They're going
Okay.
good, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you only have cattle? Do you have any?
You mean like do I have pigs?
You got pigs?
No.
You got a goat?
Got a dog.
I got a dog,
You got a dog?
but just cows
Does that dog go inside?
inside my
Is it an
house.
inside dog, yeah.
It's a both.
It's an indoor-outdoor dog.
Yeah.
Good cow dog.
I don't.
I imagine the cows just stand there and laugh at that dog.
No, actually, he does.
He does.
Yeah, he's got the Australian Shepherd in him.
Right.
Yeah.
Enough to.
I'd say he might have some potential to him.
Well, yeah, he does. But he's too smart. I'm not smart enough to train him. So you know how that goes.
Yeah.
So then yesterday, great day, motorcycle day.
Oh,
it was
beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, that was a great day to ride a
Yeah.
motorcycle.
Where'd you ride?
Sunday.
Well, I actually went to see somebody at the hospital at Nashville.
Okay.
I rode there, and then I rode around through Mineral
nice drive.
Springs, back down south through across the dam, through Ashdown,
Oh, yeah.
and back up.
That's a great ride. Yeah.
Just got a little chilly on the way back because the sun had started going down, and there were some shadows, especially coming up through Falls Chapel and up through there.
Bunch of people fishing at the dam.
There were people fishing.
Yeah, I figured so.
Yeah. There were a lot of people fishing, but it was a great day for a motorcycle ride or anything else outside.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you, I was a little under the weather. That's not going to be a surprise to anybody who's listened these last few months. But yeah, a little bit under the weather. But yesterday, that sun came out, and I went outside and just started doing some stuff. Man, that just instantly made me feel a lot better.
Yes,
nice. I must have raked, I don't know, 1 billion leaves this weekend, I guess, and tried to burn them all.
I don't know what to do with the leaves in my yard.
Blow them over in your neighbor's yard.
Yeah, you're not a raker and
No,
burner.
no.
I feel a little funny burning leaves in my yard because my neighbor is a retired firefighter. Like that's what he did for 30 plus years, and he does not burn anything over at his. He's told me before. He's like, I've seen enough houses and fields and villages burned down because of people burning their leaves. He's like, I just don't do that. And
Villages. Is he from the early 1800s?
I might be exaggerating a little bit, but you take my point.
I do.
I'm sure. Yes. So he composts all of his leaves. That is like what he does all day long this time of year. Is he gathers them up, mulches them, and by the way, he's like 96 years old too. So I feel like an idiot out there just burning my little pile of leaves, and he's out there like doing something with them.
Yeah.
I'll take the ashes and put them in the garden, but he's out there, and I checked it. He showed me one time. Man, that is a professional compost making operation he's got over there.
Nice.
All right, I'll stop now.
Yeah, we got to get into your local lowdown, but I will say Alana Day on Facebook Live says, Greg, do you think cattle prices will go up soon?
Do I think they'll go up soon? Yes, I do think they're going. I think they're headed up. Yes.
Okay, good. Any
then they need to go up because
because
feed has went up.
Yeah. All agricultural commodities are going up.
Well,
right?
yeah, I think what I'm going to use to back it up, I'm going to use the fact that there's been a drought in a majority of the country. A lot of people have sold out, so there's going to be a shortage of cattle in the near future, which is going to make the price go up.
There you go. That's cause and effect right there.
It's kind of a vicious cycle too, right? Especially for these smaller. We've seen that year after year where the prices drop real low, and the little guys have to get out, and then when prices increase, they can't get back into it. I've seen I know so many folks. Our grandfather's one of them who just kind of got out of it. Because again, it's a mass producer's game these days. And,
Well,
we see that's with all farming commodities though. And
you don't want to hear me talk.
Yeah,
about
we can't spend too much time on it because we
It's
got to
local.
get. Yeah, it is kind of local. You guys, it's up to you because it is time for your local lowdown. Brought to you by Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services, Redstone Heat and Air, and Kdqn Motorsports.
Awesome, we love those guys.
What's going on locally today,
Yeah,
gentlemen?
maybe we'll save that for a little bit
Sure.
because I'd like to look too at how the Ukraine war has directly impacted farming in Arkansas as well, because there's a big
Yeah, there is a connection to
we'll get our notes together on
Okay.
that one. But hey, I do want to let folks know, of course, this is a local lowdown. Our listening area is pretty broad and extends actually all the way to Hochatown. So I kind of want to talk about Hochatown because, of course, as we all know, they have put the town in Hochatown. I just love saying that. But they are going to have the very first meeting of the newly elected town trust is going to be tomorrow night at Chapel of the Pines Church. That's pretty huge. So they did elect their trustees last month. Of course, they had I got a list here. They did get their town clerk Helen Harden, town treasurer Charles Ward, and then 5 town trustees. Now these are appointed. They're going to actually do elections later on, anticipating April for that. But This is pretty big. This is going to be the first like town city council meeting is really what the equivalent over here would be. So been looking for decades now for Ho Chi Town to be a town. It is officially that, and I anticipate it's going to be nothing but good for them.
Well, it's going to be a very interesting process also. I mean, how many times have you seen a town formed?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that just doesn't happen anymore.
And especially not in the 21st century.
That's right.
You know.
That's fun.
Yeah. And it is exciting, especially for them because there are certain services, funds they can access and things by being an organized, incorporated town.
Sure.
That they couldn't do before.
You imagine part of Oklahoma territory. We're hoping to get annexed into McCurtain County.
Might be a little late for that, but yeah, you're absolutely. Fire police services are going to be a big one. Do you think average Friday or Saturday night in Ho Chi Town? I mean, this is a town. I can't remember the exact population. A few hundred, right? If 300. Yeah, around 300. Like yeah, but on average Friday or Saturday night, it swells to 25, 30,000, maybe if not a little bit more. And if you haven't been over there, and then you need to go. Just if anything, just drive through just to see how much development has occurred over there. And I think what's good for them is good for our area too.
Definitely. And I think that there's we're going to get some spillover effect from that. It's an amazing place. It's a one of a kind place. And I think that they are doing it the right way.
Absolutely.
They're doing the things in the right manner. They're setting up the infrastructure. While it takes time to do that. I mean, I know what everybody's going to say. Well, they don't even have a road up there when I said that.
Yeah.
But they're working on it.
They're working on it.
Yeah, they're working on that.
And those things are incredibly expensive and take a lot of time.
Yeah, and they're also, they're very considerate of what's going on with the people. Like I was there a few months ago talking to some of them, and they had a plan to do more commercial development because, for example, they don't want somebody waiting 2 hours to eat dinner.
Sure.
They want to have enough places so the people that are there can eat in a timely manner so they'll come back. And I think that's very forward thinking on their part.
Local Lowdown brought to you by Redstone Heat and Air, serving Sevier County and the surrounding area with quality duct cleaning equipment, replacement, and HVAC services. They got to work on the roads, don't they? Because it bottlenecks, and it's for a place like that as huge as it is, or is going to be, That's so we got to that's all up to the state, right? Or do they now have more power to be like, hey, we need some roads. I don't know what I'm talking about.
It is. I mean, the state's involved in it, and I think the thing that they've got to do is, and they are doing, is they're in the process of working that through. I mean, it's just you see around here when a project starts, how long it takes to do.
I mean, it's no different. The needs for Arkansas alone, I think something like $4 billion worth of infrastructure needs here. Is no different in Oklahoma, and of course prioritizing these things. I hate to be the person that has to do that, but certainly I think with maybe Ho Chi Town, with as much as it's doing for Oklahoma and drawing that it's gonna be more so on the radar for state transportation officials. Especially with it being a town. One thing that I was gladly proven wrong about is I was worried with gas prices last year if that was going to hurt Ho Chi Town tourism, because a vast majority of it obviously from Texas, and with gas prices being up and hauling campers, boats, all that. I mean, that takes a lot of fuel. But if anything, higher fuel prices did nothing but help Ho Chi Town, because maybe all these Texans who would have gone to instead Corpus Christi or Pensacola or Amarillo or something, El Paso,
Lake Meredith,
instead of going 8 hours away, they're like, what? Let's just go to Ho Chi Town. It's 2 hours away.
Exactly.
It's 3 hours away. Let's just go there. So it kind of got on the radar for a lot of Texans. Maybe we're vacationing elsewhere now, decided to just go closer to somewhere awesome still.
That's a good point. Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services, Sandra and Fernando, offer personalized service to everyone, whether you're a business in need of accounting services like payroll, sales tax, and licensure, or individuals needing tax preparations for income taxes and more. Call Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services, 870-642-5900. Does this mean they get post office, they get like all the government buildings in there as well for Hochatown, or do they
City
get
Hall,
City Hall,
ideally, yeah.
court, all that kind of stuff,
Well,
jail, like I don't know how all that works.
That's going to be
depend on the
interesting to see
size?
how that develops.
Yeah,
This is very much, I don't know how you see it. I see it very much as a bottom up. It's not like the state said, "Hey, Hochatown, you need to be a town." This was the folks of Hochatown, a grassroots effort. So it'll be very interesting to see how that shakes out in these next few years. But this is the work has only begun. Is the way I see it, and I know that they see it too. Diane Jordan, Shelley Copeland, everybody that's behind that effort over there, they know very much the work has just begun.
And the answer to your question, the short answer is yes.
Yeah, they get all that
they're
stuff.
They're going to get it all. I mean,
over
but it's
time.
not all going to magically appear.
Right.
But that's like built-in jobs. You know what I mean? Like more jobs, created government jobs and stuff. That's cool. But then also, in this last part of the conversation brought to you by Kdqn Motorsports, 1587 Highway 70 West. Freddie, take care of anything that you need when it comes to
He's the man.
Motorsports. He is the man. Motorcycles, ATVs, UTVs. You can buy brand new stuff and have it serviced there too.
Financing as well.
As well. So big friend of the Morning Brew there. Last thing I'll ask you. Huge opportunities for people over in Hochatown when there's not something there already for business people to go over there and I'm going to open up anything, not just restaurant, not just touristy things, like I'm going to go over there and open up an outdoorsy store, like what do they call that, outdoor, like equipment store, sports stores, outfitter. Lots of business opportunity over there. I don't know. I'm just trying to give you guys some sort of
I think there are a lot of business opportunities there, and I think those even spill over to here.
Yes,
I think one of the things we've got to recognize is that we've got the same things they do. We just have to tap into that. To some extent, and I think people are starting to do that, don't you, Patrick?
Yeah. We've seen, over the last few years, we've seen these venue centers open up, more cabins being built around the county. People seeing what's going on over there and trying to incorporate a little bit of that in Seward County.
Real estate is a big one. I could imagine like a tagline being like, "Why would you go get a real estate agent from all the way over in Broken Bow? Get somebody local from Hochatown."
Sure. Well, and there's a lot of reasons that real estate prices have gone up, and I think no small part of it is our proximity to Hochatown. I say I've had 2 people stop at our house, Texans, and just be like, "You want to sell it? We'd like to. We can't find something quite in Hochatown, but you're 30 minutes from the lake, so
duffel bag of cash, ready to go." All right, that's been the local lowdown, brought to you by Southwest Arkansas Accounting Services, Redstone Heat and Air, and Kdqn Motorsports. We got to get into it. Time for your birthday club, brought to you by Dr. Frank Teed.
You don't have to leave the area to get great eye care. Dr. Frank Teed at Arkansas Eye Surgery performs no-stitch cataract surgery on an outpatient basis. Dr. Teed and his staff offer great follow-up service right here. Schedule an appointment in Kdqn today at 642-2525 or 1-800-264-EYES. That's 1-800-264-3937. Dr. Frank Teed at Arkansas Eye Surgery.
Do. That's right. It's time now for your birthday club, brought to you by Dr. Frank Teed. 642-2190. Get those birthdays and anniversaries in.
I think we got some.
Yeah.
We got
also,
some.
if you go to our Facebook Live, I know we don't have the video up right now, but more than welcome to post a thing on our Facebook Live page. Any shout out you want to give it all, we'll read it.
I'm glad there's no video because I just forgot how to sit down.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget how arms go.
I know.
And it's hard. It's hard on me.
Don't know what to do with my hands.
You want to give me a couple of them birthdays?
Oh, yeah,
give me
sure.
one.
I'm sorry.
I'll take one, whichever one you don't want. All right. Dirty party. I'm coming to the party. This one coming through on Facebook, though. Alexandria Trotter says, "Happy belated birthday, Debbie Trotter. Debbie's birthday was yesterday."
Ooh. you.
So it's your birthday week all week. Happy
absolutely.
birthday, Debbie Trotter.
And I'm going to kick in another happy birthday to Debbie Trotter.
Hey.
This is happy belated birthday to my wonderful sister-in-law. Lots of love from Jenny and David.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Jenny and David.
Or Higgy.
Higgy.
As
Happy
we
birthday, Debbie Trotter.
I'm
no,
sorry.
Please.
Happy birthday to Felicia Horn at Ashdown Public Schools, and that's from Jenny here at Kdqn.
Nice. All right.
No, not him.
Yeah. That's a birthday, right? For today? Okay. Big happy birthday going out to Jeff MacDonald, our friend over at Bailey.
Yeah, he was the Bailey spotlight last week.
Yeah,
on
he
Facebook.
was.
Did you see that?
I did see that.
Yeah.
Go like
He's
Bailey
the man,
Discount.
too.
Yeah. Bailey Discount DQ on Facebook. Give Jeff McDonald some love. Happy birthday, Jeff. And then I got another one here. A big happy birthday to somebody everybody knows. A Miss Sue Stowers of DeQueen from your Fraser Church family. Happy birthday, Sue Stowers.
Happy birthday. Hey, big anniversary going out to Bill and Sue Stowers.
Yeah.
They celebrated 59 years yesterday, and that's from the Fraser Church family.
Very cool.
Happy anniversary. That's 59 years.
That's pretty good.
Amazing.
What's the secret?
What is the secret?
Big birthday.
You know, I don't know the secret.
It's Kate Middleton's birthday. She's a duchess.
Oh, yeah.
It's also Tommy the Clown's birthday. What
I know,
a bad
I like
name for
that.
a clown, though.
But he's a dancer.
I guess
He's not
so.
a clown, he's a dancer.
He's a dancer.
That's what I like.
You don't know Bozo the Clown?
Tommy the Clown? I'm Tommy the Clown, and I'm going to dance for you.
No, I don't know Bozo. You're stuck on this clown from the 60s, man. What is that referencing?
I wasn't listening.
Seinfeld, anyway.
I knew it.
You're stuck on a clown from the 60s, man.
Yeah.
I was looking at a picture of Sean Paul, and I was like, that's what Sean Paul looks like?
Really? Oh, yeah. Sean Paul, let me give it to you. Oh, Lord. I got it.
Yeah, that was good.
Flo Millie turns 22 today.
Mm-hmm.
Flo Millie. Richard Nixon's birthday is today.
Ah, hey, J.K.
I'm
Simmons.
not a crook. What?
J.K. Simmons is 68.
Hey, he's a great actor.
Yes, he is.
Jimmy Page is 79
Oh, yeah.
today.
Oh, wow. Dave Matthews, 56. Do you remember that whole debacle when I guess he was flying over like Chicago or someplace, and they the airplane that they were in dropped all the excrement and such.
And it landed on him?
But it landed in Chicago, I believe, or
Oh.
one of those big cities.
And Dave Matthews was blamed?
It was his plane.
Oh, his private plane.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't
Oh,
word
no.
that better.
I thought it was just like he was, because I figured he'd ride coach.
No.
You a big Dave Matthews fan, Greg?
I like Dave Matthews.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah. You don't like Dave Matthews?
Ah, he's all right.
How about Ocho Cinco? You like him?
One of my favorites.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's there. 45 years old.
Wow.
Sorry, it was a tour bus, and it dumped 800 pounds of human waste into the Kinsey, or into one of the rivers in Chicago.
Oh, purposefully.
That's why it was green. I thought it was St. Patrick's Day.
So Dave Matthews is responsible for polluting a river?
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Wow. And then he had to take up a bunch of climate change charities and stuff after, just to apologize.
It says the band agreed to pay $200,000 to environmental protection and other
Yeah.
projects.
Yep.
They
Uh-huh.
also dated $100,000 to two groups that protect the river and surrounding area.
Now, did that bus driver get fired?
Like,
That bus driver was definitely like, man, Matthews is blowing this thing up just constantly. All he does is eat empanadas on tour. And I'm just going to back this thing up to the river and let loose.
I didn't have a choice. It was full.
Yeah, our fuel mileage was just going down the tubes. Poor Dave Matthews.
Yeah,
he gets an upset tummy on tour.
It was just one guy. I'm trying to figure out who it was.
Just one guy did 800 gallons.
It was just one guy. He emptied the bus's black water tank as it crossed the metal grates of the Kinsey Street Bridge. So it definitely was purposeful.
Yeah, but did it kind of slide? Like, we're not even going to stop to do this. We're going to keep rolling. It's just going to...
Gross.
That's an oil slick. Imagine the car behind him. Like, dude, another reason to not like Dave Matthews.
Have you been to Chicago? They couldn't even smell.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. Just a normal smell of Chicago.
That's a great story, Jen. I've never heard that.
Yeah. It was in 2004, by the way, in case anybody was wondering.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it. That's the birthday club. Big shout out to everybody who called in the birthdays today and went to our Facebook Live and whatnot. We appreciate y'all. Goes a long way.
Yeah, starting off good.
Yeah, for a no video Facebook Live, lots of interaction. We appreciate it. Well.
Well,
all right.
It's been a day. Oh,
let's go.
There's plenty of stuff.
It's Monday.
I forgot I accidentally hid that. I just put it out of the way.
Okay.
It's a letter or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what
it's
it is.
money.
Uh-oh.
I wish. I wish.
Did you know male pattern baldness is linked to high sugary drinks?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what they're saying. It's kind of a new study. It's in its infancy, but they're showing some links between it.
Yeah. Greg, did you drink a lot of juice boxes as a kid?
They didn't have juice boxes when I was a kid. We drank juice out of the
garden hose,
fruit.
like a
fruit. If you wanted grape juice, you squeeze the grape.
Wow.
We drank juice
Apple
out
juice.
of the fruit. Yeah.
Pressed an apple till it turned into juice.
As
That's
he
right.
walked to school uphill both ways, right?
Barefoot in the
Barefoot
snow.
in the
Squeeze
snow.
it over
yeah.
your mouth.
Yeah.
Like that.
How about this dating app that
Which
came
one?
out? It flopped. I forgot what it's called.
Oh, it flopped?
It flopped hard because they made it so that you can't ghost people on the app. So if you're talking to somebody and you want to end the conversation and start looking for new people, you have to select a reason why you stop talking to this person. Otherwise, you don't get to check out anybody else's profiles. And you also, if you're talking to somebody, you can't check out anybody's profiles.
So this was made by somebody who just consistently is ghosted on the other profiles, and they said, I want to make a dating app where they have to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Or they have to give me a reason why. You don't want people to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, you really don't want to know.
Yeah, because I FaceTimed with her and she had spinach in her teeth. That's why. Okay, and I didn't have the heart to tell her.
Have you used a dating app?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
it work out?
No.
Man.
How about you?
I've never used a dating app. We didn't have those in my time, but I used a desktop computer.
Yeah.
I used Plenty of Fish.
Yeah, Plenty of Fish.
Plenty of fish.
Yes, I did.
That's the name of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Plenty of
that's
fish in the sea.
That's the most popular. It was the most
Yeah.
popular dating site.
It was the supreme one. Do you remember OkCupid?
Yes, I did. OkCupid.
Yeah, those are the ones back in the day.
I also,
No.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
should say this, but we catfished somebody once on Plenty of Fish.
We probably shouldn't talk about
We
that.
won't, but I just had to say it.
Jen
You
and
catfish somebody on Plenty of Fish.
Let's say Jen and I once came up with a plan and we never actually did it.
No.
But we never actually did it, okay? But the idea was that it was really late in a dangerous neighborhood and we were going to watch out the front window as a guy knocked on a stranger's door and
Looking for Georgia Peach.
Looking for Georgia Peach. So that definitely did not happen.
No, we thought about it.
We definitely considered it. And then he would have called the number back and said, and go crazy. Yeah.
As like 6 or 7 grown adults were peeping from the window
Yeah.
inside my apartment.
That was the idea there. But we said, you know what? That's mean.
Yes.
So you didn't do that.
No. But also at the same time, a guy with neck tattoos who's willing to show up after 5 minutes of conversation at a dangerous part of downtown Winnipeg at 3 a.m, he kind of deserved to be catfished a little bit.
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Yeah, nobody was harmed in the making.
No. Because there was no making. So easy enough. Nobody was harmed. So.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It was just an idea.
Yeah. I don't like this dating app. I don't like the idea of it. I think it's like only going to make you feel even worse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just move on. You've used a date. That's how you got your wife, right? Dating app? Greg?
You catfished her?
Yeah.
What was dating app back then? Smoke signals?
Yeah.
You did that?
I just did a lot of begging.
A lot of begging?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
You just beg.
Just beg.
Yeah. If you beg in person, it's a lot more, people take it a lot more seriously than if you beg online.
Yeah.
So you just go up to their house, knock on their door, and just sit on their porch. Finally, they come out, not to see you. They come out for something else. Just beg.
Ooh, creepy.
All right. Yeah. Pro tip: don't do that.
Yeah. Did you ever stand outside with the old guitar, singing some tunes in the rain?
I have no musical skills.
You can sing. I've heard it. You can sing like sing like Tom Waits.
You got a romantic bone in that body, don't you?
Yeah, I got one probably. Out of the 222, I got one.
There's one there. Dating apps are ridiculous though, because you'll be like, wow, she's perfect, but she doesn't like tacos, so can't because it lists everything about you.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. I don't like this, but I do like that. Swipe left if you blah, 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 blah. And then you get to be, you're so choosy, so choosy on that.
I wish I could look back at my dating profiles and see what I wrote in my bios.
So I'm going to ask you this question because I know what Jen would do.
Okay.
But I'm going to ask you this question. Were you totally honest on that dating app? Did you put all the good and all the bad?
No.
Of course not.
She would I also wouldn't do that.
No.
Absolutely not.
But I also wouldn't do that on a first date either.
Yeah.
Well,
a regular date.
I know so, but I mean, when you're looking at those things, they think it's like the complete you, or you're talking, you say, I love sunsets and walking in the rain and drinking pink champagne and whatever you know.
But also my hemorrhoids are aggressive and just being honest.
Yeah.
But the problem is I have a problem when it rains because I only have one eye and I have no eyelashes. So I get water in my eye.
Yikes. I was going to say, I read actually just recently that they're saying when you go on a first date, you really shouldn't be on your best behavior. You should still be polite and all that, but you shouldn't go on the first date acting like somebody you're not, because you want to make sure that you're compatible with this person when you're just yourself.
Sounds like one of these new confangled people, if we want to call them that, who are like, if you don't deserve me at my worst, or whatever, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. It's like, no, everybody should just be nice. Like, just that doesn't give you a pass to just be a butthead. Like, could you imagine what's a big red flag on a red date? Being mean to a server. Mm-hmm. And if that's you and you're on a first date, don't do that. All right. You're supposed to slip that stuff in gradually, like 3 months after first dating. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh, I didn't know you smoke cigars. And you're like, yeah, smoke them all the time. We're already in love. Mm-hmm. So what are you going to do? I didn't know you were mean to waiters. Always have been. Yeah. You were so nice to that guy on our first date. Yeah, well, you're never you on your first date. Yeah. You're just, an amalgam of a bunch of different good guys. You basically are every good guy on Grey's Anatomy on a first date.
Well, do you not? I mean, that's like saying you go into an interview because that's what a first date is.
Exactly.
Right? It's an interview.
Yeah.
So you go into an interview and you just say, "Yeah, I'm probably going to be 10 minutes later. At least once a week."
Yeah.
And I like to leave early if I can. If I can sneak out 5 minutes early, I'm going to do that. Nobody's going to hire you.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Yeah.
You put on your best attire.
Yeah. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? You know?
Yeah.
You're not going
Yeah.
to say like, I don't shower often.
Yeah, that's
right.
Not here, I hope.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I plan on blowing this popsicle stand
That's
after
right.
I get my first couple checks.
That's exactly right.
Once the insurance kicks in. All right, we got to take the briefest of breaks. We got your news coming up here in just a minute. We'll be back with the Brew Crew.
For Kdqn News, I'm Patrick Massey reporting in our first story of the news hour. The Sevier County Quorum Court is scheduled to meet this afternoon to officially declare a vacancy in the office of Sevier County Judge and announce who will serve in that position for the next 4 years. Interim Sevier County Judge Dick Tallman is expected to resign today, opening up the office for another appointee to serve through January of 2027. Tallman was originally appointed to the position in September following the unexpected passing of Sevier County Judge Greg Ray. During his appointment process, Tallman said he would serve in that position until another individual could be appointed for Ray's 2023 through 2027 term. Ray was running unopposed for that term when he passed away in late August of 2022. As the filing period had ended, the Quorum Court was left with one option, appointing someone for the remainder of Ray's 2018 through 2023 term, as well as the one that would have began earlier this month. The next election for the office of Sevier County Judge will be held in 2026. State election law will prohibit the individual appointed today from running in that election. The Quorum Court met last week in executive session to review several resumes it had received for the office. Sevier County justices of the peace are expected to announce their decision today. Also scheduled for today's meeting is a report from Sevier County Medical Center CEO Lori House. David Boone Ministries, which administers several senior citizen centers in the county, is also expected to provide an update. The Quorum Court will then appoint a delegate to the Arkansas Quorum Court Association for 2023, as well as vote on the appointment of Dr. Ken Erickson to the Sevier County Airport Board. A final item on the agenda includes providing an 8.5% pay increase to county library employees. All county employees, all county employees, save those with the Sevier County Sheriff's Office who received a sizable mid-year raise in 2022, were provided the raise beginning this year. However, library employees were reportedly and inadvertently left out of the broad pay increase. The Quorum Court is expected to remedy that oversight today. The meeting begins at 2 p.m. in the courtroom of the Sevier County Courthouse and is open to the public. In our next story, the Sevier County Fair and Rodeo Association is gearing up to present its second annual Drawdown fundraising event next month. The fundraiser has been scheduled for February 11th, beginning at 6 p.m. in the Kdqn High School cafeteria. Tickets are $100 each and will include a steak dinner for two with all the fixings. Besides supporting a great cause in the Sevier County Fair and Rodeo Association, the event will also include another major highlight, a chance at a $5,000 drawdown prize. There will also be additional door prizes, raffles, and other chances to win. And to help increase the chances of winning, only 140 tickets are being sold for this year's event. So don't delay, contact any Fair Board member to get a ticket ASAP. You can also reach out to the Sevier County Fair and Rodeo Association through its Facebook page. We'll be back with more local news following this break and these words from our sponsors. And we're back with Kdqn News. While deer season may be winding down in Arkansas, don't put away the hunting gear just yet. The Arkansas Game and Fish Commission is hosting the second annual Big Squirrel Challenge statewide this upcoming weekend, January 13th and 14th. This year, the event has expanded to include a few more weigh-in stations across the state, but the closest to us is the Rick Evans Grandview Prairie Nature Center, located on 1685 County Road 35 North in Columbus and just an hour from Kdqn. Participants can start hunting at noon January 13th through 30 minutes after sunset, then hunt again 30 minutes before sunrise until weigh-in at noon on Saturday, January 14th. Each team of 2 individuals can bring their biggest 3 squirrels to be weighed, field dressed with skin on. Squirrels will be weighed from noon until 1 p.m. this Saturday, and prizes will be given out to the heaviest 3 squirrel bags in 4 categories. Youth teams may consist of 2 hunters under age 16 years of age or 1 hunter under 16 years of age and a mentor 16 or older. No registration is required to participate, and teams will get their squirrels back after the weigh-in, so you can still enjoy a good supper regardless of your results in this event. Medals are going to be awarded to the top 2 teams in each division at each location, and Gammo air rifles, very nice air rifle, will be awarded to the statewide overall top team in each division. For more information on the Arkansas Big Squirrel Challenge, visit agfc.com. You got a question, Greg?
I was thinking Tyler better be careful this weekend.
Someone's going to mistake him for
the
a squirrel?
biggest squirrel. You know, if you're looking for the biggest squirrel, you get
rat. Different rodent.
Oh, different. I got
thought
you.
I'd be like a bear.
No, I know several local folks who are participating in this year's Big Squirrel Challenge. Like I said, although deer season is winding down, it's a great chance to go out there, get you a couple.
I know where some big squirrels are.
I'm kind of tempted
how
to.
big do they get? Yes, anybody
There's some
ever
hefty
bring
ones.
in like a whopper? Dude, that's like a 12-pounder.
I got a few I've been watching out in my backyard that just been getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
What's the biggest one?
But
I don't know.
The thing is,
Not
once they
12
get
pounds.
too big, like a hawk gets them. Yeah.
The hawk lands, can't pick them up.
Yeah, he just eats them on the
The
spot.
squirrel starts running with a hawk on its back.
That's good though. So now you're competing with other predators.
That's right.
All right.
Well, let's wrap up this news section with a little bit of sports news, okay? The Arkadelphia senior team absolutely spoiled Kdqn's first action at home in the Coliseum all the way since November. They did that Friday night here in Kdqn. The Lady Badgers nipped the Lady Leopards 51-50. Real heartbreaker right there, while the Badgers roll past the Leopards 74 54-46 in boys action as heard live here on your number one country 92.1. The girls contest was close throughout, with Kdqn leading Arkadelphia 13-11 after the opening quarter, while the Lady Badgers took a 23-22 lead at the half. Arkadelphia opened up an 8-point lead in the fourth quarter before the Lady Leopards battled back. Kdqn executed a nice play to get a good look at a potential game-winning shot at the buzzer, but the shot fell just short as the Lady Leopards dropped a 51-50 heartbreaker. Belle Lindsay led Kdqn with 22 points. Dayton Newberry, our McDonald's player of the night, scored 16 points and pulled down a game-high 8 rebounds. With the tough 1-point defeat, the Lady Leopards fell to 1-1 in conference play and 10-4 overall. In the boys' contest, the Leopards came out red hot and raced to an early 19-10 lead, but the Badgers used their size and quickness advantage to pull away for the 74-46 victory over the Kdqn boys. Cooper Young led the Leopards with 17 points. Nathan Patterson and Manny Hernandez added 9 each. The Leopards fell to 0-2 in the league and 5-8 overall. The Kdqn teams will host Hope tomorrow. And just one final story. If you're interested in the Big Squirrel Arkansas Challenge, other hunting events throughout Arkansas, all you need to do is sign up for this year's edition of Arkansas Wildlife. This is the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission magazine, produced right here in the natural state. What's the catch? It's a very small one, a 1-year subscription, which includes 5 36-page issues with no advertising. Plus, the calendar issue is just $12. I get one every year. Order 2 years for $20 or 3 years for $25. That's a heck of a bargain. Arkansas Wildlife makes a great birthday, Father's Day, or Mother's Day gift. Know someone who loves the Arkansas outdoors but lives out of state? Keep them posted with Arkansas Wildlife. Subscribing is very easy, guys. All you got to do is visit arkansaswildlife.com. That's it for this edition of the news. We'll be back at noon and again at 4 with some more local news for you. In the meantime, check out your number one country online at kdqn.net for more local news, sports, upcoming events, and always much, much more. This is KDQN News. That's right. We are back live for the 8 o'clock hour here on the Morning Brew, KDQN 92.1. If you go to our Facebook Live, you'll notice we have no video because Greg stole the webcam, and
Tyler was using it on the dark web this weekend.
Yeah, I just didn't know.
He's been in the deep dark web in his basement.
The deep dark web.
With Warlock.
And Goosifer.
Yeah.
That's that Russian troll.
Yeah.
You're saying when Tyler looks for a house to rent or buy, it better have a basement.
It's got to have a basement so he can get in the dark web.
I like a good basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. The deeper you go underground, the better the internet is.
I'll be honest, I did always find it interesting living up in Canada and in up north. Everyone has basements.
Well, you best not be caught without one.
The places where it snows 8 feet a year and your basement always floods.
Yes,
every year. down here where your basement wouldn't necessarily flood, but you would really like to have one because of all the tornadoes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's odd to me that there's no basements around here. Well, I'm sure there's some, but
I've not seen one.
You don't think?
Wait, I've seen one house that had a half basement.
Half basement.
A half basement. Like half of it, like the windows were above ground, but everything below the windows was below ground. Yeah.
That's why whenever you watch a haunted house movie, it's never in the South.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never. It's always
everyone's got guns down here.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Come on.
Well,
get scared by no ghost.
Just wrapped up the news. I did want to see if you guys had any thoughts on the big national news. We have a Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
How amazing is that? It only took 15 tries.
Wow.
And they finally voted for one to come in. Of course, we talked
Who got it?
McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really pulling for Gates there.
I was wondering if maybe Justin Amash, the libertarian ex-congressman from Michigan or Minnesota, I forget, he was walking around all last week, walking around the halls of Congress, asking if anyone wanted to make him Speaker of the House. Because I did not realize till last week, but I thought you had to be a member of Congress to be the House Speaker. You don't. Because I thought, I was like, Matt Gaetz nominated Donald Trump, and I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. He's not a member of Congress. And I learned, no, actually anybody, any of the three of us could be
Speaker.
Yeah,
Oh.
you don't actually have to be a member of Congress.
You have to have a resume to do that?
It would help, I'm sure. You have to.
I worked at Burger King.
You have to at least contributed to somebody's campaign, you know.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you had Justin Amash just walking around, just like, would you please, would you vote for me? Now he's no dummy. If I was in Congress, I thought he would have been perfect for that position. But I tell you, it was a wild week in Congress. I watched some of the highlights from C-SPAN. People brought their dogs up there. There were dogs running around the halls of Congress. There were people had their kids crying. People were cussing at each other. There was claims that people were getting drunk in the congressional chambers.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, apparently
What's unusual
Marjorie
about
Taylor
that?
Greene was there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
I just wonder, like, I love the idea of like somebody being like, all right, guys, everybody said it. I believe I should be, and everybody's like, shut up.
Yeah.
And go on to the
it was just like a big party. It was chaotic, honestly.
Yeah.
But you know what? At the end of the day, I thought last week, although it took 15 tries to get McCarthy incorporated as Speaker, I also thought what happened last week was a beautiful view into democracy. Democracy's messy. It's not a perfect process. You want to see where things get done quickly, go look at an authoritarian state like China. You know, yes, things get done very, very quickly. Nobody questions it. But the fact that you had Matt Gaetz holding things up, and you had Lauren Boebert cussing out MTG, you had all these different things. To me, I don't know. Democracy is a sloppy process, but it generally works out in the end. I mean, we are, after all, the world's oldest democracy, and I thought what happened last week was at the end of the day, it wasn't a bad thing. To be honest, the stakes were so incredibly low to consider who the next speaker was. There's all this talk like, oh, well, things need to get done. Gosh, we've had a speaker for our entire 240-something year history. How many things have ever got done?
And all
especially here recently.
All the speaker ever does is just look unhappy in the background.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's the only thing I've ever seen. When Paul Ryan was speaker,
John Boehner,
he just went like that.
Just
and
sad
then
or
when,
mad.
And then you had Chuck Schumer. He just sat back there and went like that when whoever else was up there. Like, it's just like it seems like the most useless job. Worst title for a job as well. Why not the sitter? Why not the grimacer?
I mean, it's
like the speaker. I never heard him speak once.
There used to be an important position, but now with Congress so evenly divided, it's just, I don't know. It's next to useless.
Well, it really is an important position. It's third in line to be the president.
Right.
So that makes it important. Who
call
gets
it that.
chosen? You know, I mean, you got the president, the vice president, the next person that'd be president would be the Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
And so
call it third bench.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I mean, you can call it whatever you want to, but I do think it's important. I also think that last week was a testimony to how divided, even within one party, we've become.
That's true.
And
the Democrats are no different.
No, I'm not saying I'm not saying they're any better or different. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying
they got their crazy.
Yeah, it's all the same. It's all the same. What I am saying though is, I mean, you had 88%, whatever the percentage had to be. I mean, they were like 20 votes short, right? Something like that, close to that. But basically, everybody was in agreement he was going to do it.
Yeah,
and these 10 people or 20 people, whatever, stalled that process for an entire week.
Yeah,
and to me,
I was reading about.
I can understand where there would be some reasons for doing that, but I'm not sure that the reasons they had were legitimate enough.
It was trolling at the end of the day. It's all it was. And
I read that McCarthy, like somebody was like, "Now this would never happen in the world," but he could have just tried his best to form a coalition and get some Democrats on his side.
Yeah, there was talk about that, but for what I mean, because of just how divided this country is and how it's just you got to just tote the party line. Every single Democrat voted over and over and over and over and over again. For 15 times they voted for Hakeem Jeffries. And,
right.
When they easily could have, a few of them could have reached across the party line, or they could have figured out somebody else.
Yeah.
Chip Roy from Texas. I mean, there was other options out there, but we're so divided where you wouldn't even dare. You got to go back to your constituency and show that you voted for someone from the other side. It's not gonna work.
And actually, I mean, and I'm a naive and a neophyte when it comes to this stuff, but in my opinion, they actually allowed things that were detrimental to their party by not voting for him earlier because he had to make concessions to further right-wing people that were going to be detrimental to the Democratic Party, but they still wouldn't vote for it.
Well, they can change all that in a couple of years or whenever things swap again.
Sure.
But we're
for now though.
For now, and in effect, all it is just kicking the can down the road once again.
You brought up the division inside of a party. I mean, Donald Trump. It's not like all Republicans were immediately, going crazy. They plenty of dudes with really tight ties going, that's not Republican values, and then,
what we saw this past week what I got out of it is something that I've seen, and of course, used to live in Canada, and I also like to follow British politics. Last week was the most parliamentarian that our American democracy has ever been.
Close to fistfights.
Yes, and the fact that you can have, like, you go in Canada or Britain, you can have 5% of the entire legislative body stall everything.
Yeah,
and at the end of the day, it's kind of good. It brings some. It forces compromise. So. Sometimes I like to, I'm a person, I would like to see a third viable party, at least, maybe four.
Sure.
A total of, I think another big party would be really good for our American democracy. And what I saw last week is that although we only have two, there's huge divisions in both of them. Not all Democrats are AOC and the squad. Not all Republicans are Lauren Boebert and Matt Gaetz. There's a lot of,
America's tired of the Democrats and the Republicans.
Yeah, absolutely. There's, I
think it's about time we had a third party.
There still is a center for America,
Yeah.
And
it's in Omaha.
Yeah. But
like right there.
Right there.
I really think that they could have kept the speaker debate up for 5 months, 6 months.
Yeah.
They could have kept going with this until the summer. And do you know what would have changed? Nothing.
Yeah,
nothing different would happen. It's not like and now that the Republicans have several. They've got a speaker and just a 4 representative majority. It's not like they're going to be able to get anything done anyways.
No, it's all just gridlock.
Now with a Democrat as president,
exactly.
A Democrat-controlled Senate.
And it's always swaps. I mean, Republican president next. It'll be a Democrat-controlled whatever all that is, and then
And all this is forcing is presidents to make more and more executive actions.
Right,
and then
right.
the courts deem those executive actions to be unconstitutional, and they say, oh, no, the Congress has got to figure this out, so they kick it back to Congress, and Congress is too divided to make anything happen, so then it goes back to the president, he signs another executive action. Yeah, it's an ugly cycle we're in.
America is just collectively kicking a can down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, walking.
Well, so did you see also, I'm sorry, go ahead. We probably need to do the weather.
I was about to jump into the weather.
Okay,
so
let's
hold
do
that
it.
thought.
I will.
All right. You need to write it down. That's
No.
what Jay Lindley used to do because
Yeah.
he was just like you. If he didn't say it, it was gone. So he started writing it down.
I know I don't have a pen, though.
You got a whole couple of them in front of you.
Just kidding.
All right. We'll be back. It's time for the weather brought to you by Genuine RV and Power Sports. Genuine. That's right. It's time. We got to do the weather. This is just your 24-hour forecast here. All right. Today, areas of frost this morning, all before 10 a.m. Otherwise, partly sunny. It will gradually become fully sunny. All those clouds moving on out. A high near 61 today. Light and variable winds this afternoon reaching 10 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 39. South winds about 5 miles per hour this evening. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, but we'll see a clearing later in the day, a high near 67. And Tuesday night, increasing clouds with a low of 52. And also Wednesday night does have a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. So watch out now. That is your 24-hour forecast brought to you by Genuine RV and Power Sports. Currently 36 degrees outside your number one country studios. Yesterday was a beautiful day. It was. I was very much enjoying it from the morning on, and got some work done at the house. Got a little bit of trying to set up the studio after all that time, because since the inception of the studio, it has now become a dumping ground for whatever I just don't know what to do with, so now it's all getting kind of sorted away. And
it's quite amazing. The smaller the person is, the more stuff they seem to have.
I was
for sure cleaning up living room after the baby went to bed last night. I'm just looking. I mean, she owns more things than I do.
Oh yeah,
way more. I mean, it's just so much stuff, and really all she cares about is the things that she knows she's not supposed to have.
Yeah.
If I could give her a sword, that would be her favorite toy.
Yeah. When I look at my living room, it's like, what? It can be a disaster, but then it gets cleaned up very quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like all just baby stuff. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, put this in the corner. We got a little basket for all these things, and then this, and it's like clear. Oh.
That's why I'm gonna be frustrated when she gets a little older, and I'm like, clean up your toys.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you know how long I had to do that?
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
not that hard of a job.
Least you can do, clean up your toys.
I can't wait for y'all to have your children
talking
grow
children.
up.
I know it's that's why I was running out of material for the morning show here, so I was like, I'll have a kid. That'll give me. I've got a good 17 years. She's going to be 1 year old next month.
Wow.
The wife broke down a little bit last night thinking about it, because she's planning the 1 month or the 1 year birthday party, and she did have a rough
grow
time.
up so fast.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She's like,
Make sure you don't get a cake from New Jersey.
Oh yeah, what's that? I don't know about that.
Nice segue.
Yeah. I'm saying make sure you don't get a cake from New Jersey.
It's got like tan bronzer all over it or something.
No.
Did
hair
Snooki
gel?
make it?
Nothing to it. I'm just
Oh,
telling you
I know
that.
what happened. Somebody ordered a cake in New Jersey for their 1 year old birthday party, and it came and it was like an erotic cake or something. Is that what
that's
happened?
what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that's
All
what
right.
it is.
Well, you hinted at it a second ago. There was an insurrection at the Capitol the other day in Brazil. Not here. We're done with that for now, I think.
Hopefully.
I hope so. I don't know. I can't. I would be very surprised if that happened again. But man, Brazil is chaotic. I read the story real quick during that last break. Not a surprise. You remember? It wasn't last year. I think it was 2021. The huge bank robberies that they had in where they're almost 100% sure that the Army Special Forces were the ones that were busting into banks. Like they were doing things like they had drones with bombs attached to them, and they were dropping the bombs on police cars as they were approaching the banks. And then the heisters actually just grabbed random people off the street and roped them onto vehicles and into their getaway vehicles. So they were like, well, don't shoot, because obviously police had attack helicopters and stuff, and they couldn't shoot at the cars that the bank robbers were in because they had innocent people taped to them.
My gosh.
That place is insane. There used to be a time when it was
They play darn good football, though.
They
Or
sure
soccer.
do,
Football.
Might have been a time it was like, let's go to Brazil for vacation or something. Heck, I ain't never.
Not now.
I ain't ever going to Brazil.
No.
It's Brazil, Oklahoma. As far as I'm going.
Yeah.
I think they they arrested 200-300 people
During the insurrection
during the
thing,
insurrection or riot or whatever you want to call it. I mean,
protest.
it depends on who you call it, but
Right.
basically a lot of similarities to our January 6th incident.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
In the fact that
a lot of Mountain Dew and
you got a
Flaming
a
Hot
more
Cheetos.
liberal person elected, far right president before, and his supporters.
Although Brazilian police are not quite as what's the word, forbearing as
That's
the
right.
Capitol police were.
That's right.
So that got ended a little quicker. Yeah.
Darn it.
That's exactly right. Go ahead.
So what do they want? They were flocking out of the favelas going more.
Same thing. They cheated.
Yeah, they were saying that Bolsonaro was he only was defeated because of
fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's no way he could lose, so it had to be fraud.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Hey, for what it's worth,
International news.
I'll tell you something that's more fun to talk about.
Yeah.
What?
Big football game tonight.
There is a big football game tonight.
College football playoff finals.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's playing?
Who's playing?
Do you know who's playing?
I don't know.
You don't know who's
I'll
playing?
admit it. I have no
Do
idea.
you know?
I do. Let me show me that you do.
Okay.
Dang it! I should have used that.
Georgia and TCU.
Ah, well done.
Yeah. Who you going for?
Oh, Georgia.
Are you?
I don't know.
Big. It is a big deal.
It's a big game.
It's a
Yeah,
big,
it's a
and
big
one of
deal.
the reasons it's a big deal because to me is because you have a team in TCU that probably.
What you got in that cup over
My
there?
tongue got fucked there in my mouth, but I tried to roll my tongue a little bit.
Yeah.
It didn't roll right.
Probably.
Yeah. Maybe I went to the dentist.
Yeah. You still got cotton
Got a
balls in there.
shot. But TCU is a team that probably very few people expected to be there. They were a 200-1 shot to make it at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And even though they won all their games but one, I don't know if they're 12-1 or 13-1 at this point in time. I think they're 13-1, but I'm not 100% sure about that. But even though they won all those games, a lot of those games were won at last minute and behind, and people just didn't expect them to be there.
So a lot of heart on that team.
Well, and I think one of the things about that is that it's interesting to me because you've always had these blue blood college football teams, Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, all these teams that everybody said, okay, they're going to win the national championship at the start of the year, and there you go do it. Now you got this little team. It's like the little engine that could. They're just keeping on
Where's
going
TCU?
up the hill.
Is that
TCU? It's in Fort Worth.
Oh, okay.
Fort Worth, and it's Texas Christian University.
Oh, got you.
They're Horned Frogs.
The Horned Frogs.
Horned Frogs, and they're playing the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And, which has got SEC ties, so Arkansas. SEC,
Sure.
got those ties.
Have
too.
you got a favorite? Do you, or like not even a personal? Like who do you think? Who do you think?
Who do
takes
I
it?
think's going to win?
Yeah.
I think Georgia will win.
Okay.
They're last I knew they were 13.5-point favorites.
But you can't count out TCU, considering all the heart they've shown and lots of winning in the last minute, and that's good right there. Because I imagine a lot of like really good teams that are really really good, but they're getting beat that particular game and they just kind of give up. They don't, unless you're the Patriots.
Yeah, and they're not going to give up. And I think it's going to be a good game. My brain tells me Georgia's going to win. My heart's pulling for TCU just because the underdog.
Yeah.
You know.
I used to be into football when I was a kid and in high school, and I liked college football way better than the NFL. It just seemed like the games were more exciting, and it just felt like there was more on the line, you know. So I wouldn't mind getting back into it maybe next season or something with you. You know, you keep me
Okay.
up, you
We
keep me
can do it.
updated, and maybe we watch some games.
We can do it.
I love watching the game. I do, but I just never do it. You know, I never think of it. I never, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'll watch anything. I'll watch any game. I like anything competitive. I'll watch some national ping pong championships if I got a beer.
Yeah.
Like I will.
Crokinole tournament.
The Crokinole tournament. I watched the Belleville Crokinole Classic last week. It was the tournament. It was serious, man.
Yeah, it was some serious money there.
Yeah.
Serious money.
Yeah, serious money on the line.
I'll just say, as a non-biased observer,
Sure.
I do love all the hate that Georgia gets in Arkansas until they play someone else. A non-SEC member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then we get to feel like we won a little bit.
Yeah, it's all I hear is like, you know, is my best Razorback fan just cussing Georgia.
Yeah.
And then blam, now Georgia's going to be battling somebody else. It's like, go Georgia.
Yeah.
We love you
Let's
guys.
go, Georgia.
And a big week for basketball.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want me to read all this.
Go for it, but your
I can read it.
flashlight's on.
Well, that doesn't matter. I don't know why that happened.
I was wondering why his phone battery lasts 2 hours.
Yeah.
Does this help you?
Flashlight's always on. Zipper's always down.
Not
the
always.
beard looks incredible, by the way.
Oh, thank you. But hey, we hadn't
Like-
talked about that.
The beer? No, we haven't.
We haven't.
So
We didn't do
nobody's donated yet.
I know, and
I don't think
that
anybody's
hurts
going
my
to.
feelings.
Yeah, we've talked about it a couple times. We have a donation going on, or a fundraiser for Greg's beard
to get me to shave.
You can't
to get him
expect
to
people
shave.
to come up here to
No.
the radio station and drop money off. You
I
got to be out
understand.
there working this thing.
I am working it.
I hope
Are you
so.
working it?
No, I'm not. I've already got like $100 or something committed to this thing.
Yeah, should do a news story on it.
A news story.
Yeah, we need a news story on
Top
my
story
beard.
of the hour.
Yeah.
I'm putting 100
Turn
in.
your radio off.
I'm putting 100 in. Patrick's putting some amount of money in. 100. You said 100.
I'm matching whatever you're putting in.
Yeah.
I guess. No more than that, please.
Yeah, and we're raising money. Whatever.
And I'm
goes,
matching whatever gets put in.
Exactly. So, within reason. So come up here even if you have 50 cents you want to throw in the
That's right.
Please Shave Fund. Once the end of the month comes, Greg will match whatever's in there, and it all goes to the Kdqn Medical Center Foundation.
That's right.
My
Sevier
wife-
County Medical Center.
Yeah.
My wife went to Walmart yesterday. My first question was, "Did you see Greg Revels down there with a sign
Yeah.
at the corner of it?" No. What are you doing?
Yeah. In a sweatshirt with the beard.
Hey, if
a
you'd
little
have been there,
raggedy.
you would have seen me, and I was parked right in that first spot.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's my parking spot now.
You got to park that when all your vehicles are nice. You got to park them way behind somewhere else.
No, I park it right there at the first spot, in the express pickup line, because nobody's ever parked there.
Yeah,
And nobody's picking up stuff there, so I just parked there.
I used to not park in those pickup spots. I'm done with not doing that
Wait,
anymore.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We're going to get Patrick going on that Walmart again.
Yeah.
Can we do
Same
that? Can we do
time.
this first?
Yes, of course.
Let's do the
I'm not
sports
going to
first.
say anything else about that place.
Okay.
My favorite place in the world.
Well, sports broadcast for the week of this week starts out tonight.
Yes.
With the 1 hour Eric Musselman live show as the Hogs hoop coach previews this week's contest with Alabama and Vanderbilt at 7 o'clock on your Razorback station for Southwest Arkansas. Number one country, 92.1.
And tomorrow. Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'd cut you off. Were you going to say and tomorrow?
No, you go ahead. Please.
Like you definitely cut him off there.
Yeah.
That's okay. I do it all the time. I have no problem with that. Go
Okay,
ahead.
thank you. And tomorrow, the Kdqn Leopards and Lady Leopards host the Hope Senior teams at the Coliseum. Following that junior varsity contest at 5 o'clock, Tony Stowers and Greg Revels will have the play-by-play of the senior high action starting at around 5:30 on number one country, 92.1. Meanwhile, the Ashdown senior teams host Magnolia. Following that junior varsity game at 5, Jim Cross will have the play-by-play of the senior action starting at around 5:30 as well on 102.1 The Good Path and on the KILX app.
As well.
As well.
As well. And big game Wednesday.
Yes.
Wednesday night, the Arkansas Razorbacks host the Alabama Crimson Tide in Fayetteville at 6 o'clock. If you don't know this, Alabama just beat Kentucky like a yard dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat them
No,
bad.
Alabama looks good, huh?
Yeah, they look really good. Going to be a very difficult game for our Razorbacks.
Oh, man, but the Hogs are also awesome.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty good, but they got a whooping Saturday.
Yeah.
At Auburn.
Yeah.
But they're going to be home home.
Yeah, they're going to be home
court.
advantage. Yeah. Bud Walton Arena goes crazy.
It's going to be crazy. Airtime with Chuck Barrett and Matt Zimmerman is set for 5:30 on your Southwest Arkansas Hog Caller, number one country, 92.1.
That's right. Friday stacked up with more basketball. The Kdqn Leopards and Lady Leopards now travel to Nashville. Tony Stowers, Greg Revel's going to have the live play-by-play of that senior action at about 5:30 on number one country. And since it's a away game, the action can be viewed live on DQ-TV. Meanwhile, the Ashdown senior teams travel to Camden Fairview. Again, Jim Cross having the play-by-play of that action at 5:30 on 102.1 The Good Path, and listen live on the KILX app.
Then Saturday,
I was just going to say quickly, Leopards in Nashville, and that's going to be a good game right there.
We hope so.
Yeah,
their girls are really good.
They are
really good. Boys' game should be a good game.
Yeah.
Their girls are really, really good. We're going to have to be at the top of our game. Hopefully, we will be. And we're playing Nashville, so why wouldn't we be? Right?
Exactly.
That's exactly right. So
that's the most heated rivalry in the area.
Yeah,
Got to be.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know though. I've seen some more lately that we could talk about.
Dirk's Nashville's pretty.
Yeah.
Right. That was pretty heated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
I watched Legacy and Horatio play. I called that game. It was pretty. It was. I think they're starting a pretty good rivalry.
Yeah, it was a rough game. A little bit.
It was rough, and but it was a good game. And they're playing. They're actually playing tonight. Horatio is playing at Legacy tonight.
Oh,
starts
that's
about 5 o'clock, I think.
Ethan Gallagher he's 25 points away from hitting 2,500 points for his career.
Yeah.
So. We'll see. Most likely gonna set that tonight.
Yeah. I do believe in Ethan, but you beat Horatio 2 weeks ago. They're going to come back with the vengeance, with the fiery vengeance, looking to win. So don't count Horatio out.
You're exactly right. And we end up the week.
Yeah.
The Arkansas Razorbacks facing Vanderbilt in Nashville, Tennessee. Airtime 12:30 on your Arkansas Hog Caller, number one country, 92.1.
That's a quick look at the week of sports upcoming. Thank you, Greg, for bringing that up. That's about it. We should probably take a break, come back with something else for you. We've still got plenty of time left in the show. It's Monday. We're having a good time. It's been a great show, and ready to just roll through the week, man. You have a good Monday. It doesn't matter what job you have. You have a good Monday, the rest of the week usually will follow and go pretty good. You have a stinky Monday, it might set you up for a really bad week, in my experience.
You know what I got to do today?
What?
I know. Let's take a break and then we'll talk about it.
Okay, we'll be right back with the Brew Crew. All right, we're back with the Brew Crew, and Greg has something you've been dealing with over the weekend, or something you got to do today. What was it?
Oh, well, you were talking about having a good Monday. Well, guess what I get to do?
What do you get to do?
I get to go to the dentist today.
Does that bother you? Does the dentist bother you?
It doesn't bother me near as much as it used to.
Yeah.
I used to. my dad was a dentist.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
so
fair
when
enough.
I went, I had to go to him. So, so he inflicted a little extra pain on me just because of the things I'd done to him. Probably.
You don't need no anesthesia.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just drill for. It just take 5 minutes. Don't worry about it. Yeah. But no, it not a big deal.
I hear he was the best.
Well, I think so.
Yeah.
Did you get free dental care?
Me?
Yeah.
Well,
did you have to pay for it? Still?
Well, I had to work for it, man.
Yeah.
Nothing's free.
Tend to the cattle. You get your teeth worked
I guess
on.
so. Huh?
Do I get a toy also?
Yeah, it was free. It was. Yeah, I used to get a ring.
A ring?
When I was a little kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had this whole box of rings. Sometimes I'd go in there when I wasn't getting my teeth worked on. I'd get a ring too.
A ring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where'd those rings
That
come
was so
from?
cool. Some people, China probably.
Okay.
Were they ring pops? Is that
No,
what you're talking about?
no. Dentists don't give out ring pop.
I was thinking, that would seem a little. Well, at the same time,
No, I mean it's just like
that's
ring,
good
like
business.
a ring you can put on your finger. Just a ring.
That's how you get
dentists giving out. I've seen like dentists giving candy at trunk or treats and stuff like that. I was like, oh, they're building future business. Is what they're doing.
Business.
Yeah. Well, that's possible. But you were talking about having a good day, so I was just thinking I had to go to the dentist. So that kind of.
It really is weird. Yeah, it takes a downward turn for you on a Monday. Like you sit in this chair that's not really a chair. It's like a chair bed. You're propped up, and then you get this guy coming in. He goes whoosh, whoosh, with the gloves on. He starts prodding around in your mouth. You got to open your mouth and hang it open. As somebody like gets in there, he's got like a miner's helmet on. Wow, what is that?
Then he starts talking to you.
And he starts talking. He says, "How's your day?" It's like, "How are your fingers in my mouth?" It's an odd thing.
Yeah,
it's very necessary. It's needed.
Oh yeah,
good tooth care is especially for men, right? I mean, women too, but for men, it's linked to their heart disease, right, and stuff, and all kinds of other stuff. So it's very important, but it is one of the oddest of like medical professions. Dentists. What's the podiatry? Proctology. Like whatever, like those things. Like I really want to specialize in.
Yeah, well,
that's why. Do they draw straws for some of this stuff? Is that how? Because I just imagine there's some things that I could never imagine. Like that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
It seems like I've known so many. I don't know. It seems like half of all high school girls nowadays want to be dental hygienists.
Yeah.
Like, really? Yeah. You don't even want to be the dentist. You just want to be the hygienist. Like, aim higher.
Yeah.
Or for something else. You really don't want to stick your finger in people's mouths for the rest of your life or the rest of your career.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it is good pay.
Yeah.
Consider something else.
Because the dentist has it made a little bit. She does all the things. She does the. All the
she
things.
kicks the hard stuff off.
Yeah. And then the dentist comes in and he goes like, you're good. Yeah. That
Most
was good
of the
cleaning.
time.
Yeah.
But it's I'm glad there are people that want to do that.
True enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
that's
podiatry, what gets you into that one?
I like feet.
Yeah. I once saw a man with 6 of his 9 toes had athlete's foot, had the fungus on it, and I wanted to cure it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, wise decision though, having your dentist appointment on a Monday.
Yeah.
The last thing you'd want to do is have it on a Friday and it goes wrong, or you're just in pain all weekend.
Yeah.
That would.
Are
be
there
no
any
good.
dentists that open on Fridays?
Probably not. Yeah.
Okay,
There's. I think
What a
that's why you
Saturday.
become a dentist, is so you
Right.
don't have to work on Friday.
Yeah.
But a Saturday dentist visit. That's one way to ruin your Saturday.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Or you can just not go and it goes away eventually. right?
Eventually.
Yeah.
Like me right now.
Yeah.
No tooth pain. Fixed.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
It's nothing like the deadening of your nerves.
Yeah,
Make
exactly.
you feel better.
Yeah.
It'll be back.
Oh, it'll be back with a vengeance.
With a vengeance.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a
And a
vengeance.
hefty price tag.
I
too.
know it. I know it. I just want to go to a tent somewhere and say, "Get it, man! Come on, grab the ball
Yeah.
peen and get to work."
I can do it.
You would do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
My
know
dad
a
was
thing
a
or two.
dentist. I know
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
You learned
no
a thing
big
or
deal.
two, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, people call all the time.
Get a pair of pliers and a.
Or they did. They don't call now. But
Can you do my taxes and deal with this abscess I've got going on back there?
I can do that
2 things people hate dealing with. Man, you can be
at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time. One hand doing surgery, the other one.
Yeah. I'm going to use my left hand to pull teeth.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do surgery. It's just pull.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, you're going to be fully awake.
That's what the dentist told me. He said, listen, you're going to want that thing cut out because if I pull that out, you're going to hate me for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But also, I was in that chair, and I was like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'll never see you again.
Yeah.
I'll never see you again. Just do something that's hurting.
Yeah. Yank it out of there.
But yeah, those jobs, I can't imagine doing that all day long.
No. No. There's certain professions, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's just like
what makes you want to be a crocodile hunter? Who gets into that?
Who doesn't want to have it? Doesn't have a little bit of that in them, or a lion tamer or something,
No.
Little adventure.
Nope. Greg, lion hunter, lion tamer.
I think of Siegfried and Roy every time I think about lions.
Yeah.
And, they had those lines forever, and then what happened?
Yeah, that was not good.
Yeah. And that just freaks me out. You can't. I mean,
no such thing as unconditional love.
Well, one of the things you got to realize is there's always that chance. It's just like we were talking about the crocodile hunter, and him putting his baby in that croc's mouth that time.
Yeah, a testament to crocodile hunters. It wasn't a crocodile that took him out; it was a dang stingray.
Yeah. What got him? You're not going to believe this.
Yeah. It was a puffer fish,
a fruity fish.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where those are wild animals. They're not tame.
No, they are wild. Yep.
And so you got to respect
domestic
them all the
crocodile.
Time. Yeah, not one of those. There's not one of those.
No, there's plenty of people who got them as pets, and
fair enough.
Heck, that whole I've read before that there's more tigers in captivity there's more tigers kept as pets in the city of Houston than there are tigers in the wild.
Yeah,
I mean, and I'm not talking about zoos or anything like that, or quote unquote these animal rescue places, but like you just break into the wrong house. Or an apartment, and somebody's got a Siberian tiger inside there.
Or invites you over for dinner.
Yeah, that. And
oh no, I have my pork chop underwear on.
Yeah, well, those pythons, so many people have let them loose in the Everglades. They're taking over.
Yeah. Invasive now.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. But I mean, people get stuff and they're not responsible with them. They just dump them off.
Yeah,
I know. Used to, you could buy little alligators. About this long.
From who?
I don't know where it was, but I remember it. Seems like they had them at Six Flags for some reason. I don't know why.
Get your alligators here.
Did you win one at a fair or something?
Well, that may be, but you get one, and so after about 3 days, you like flush it down the commode or something, And next thing you know, there's 8-foot alligators in the sewer pond.
Yeah.
We got to take our last break, but before we do that, Bailey Discount Building Supply is your number one building supply material supplier. They'll supply you with building materials, they'll supply you with great pricing, expert advice, and they'll supply you with a smile on the way out. Bailey Discount Building Supply, 880 East Cullen Ray Drive, right here in DeQueen. Happy birthday to Jeff.
That's what I was going to say. You could go by and tell Jeff happy birthday.
That's right.
And get Carter to give you some popcorn.
There you go.
Yeah.
Some popcorn.
And if
Carter.
you need something, ask Quinn.
Yeah. And we can't stress enough, Bailey Discount DQ on Facebook. You can go see their great employee spotlights, their giveaways and deals and new inventory and stock and what's to come.
And the Blue Belt Reward Program.
That's right. That's right. A whole reward system, gift certificates, and more. So if you got a birthday coming up or, Valentine's Day coming up, what's better to open up a little I Love You Valentine's card with a little Bailey Discount Building Supply gift certificate in there.
Right.
That's one way to
go build her that farm table that she's really been wanting.
That's right. That's right. So check them out today, 880 East Cullen Ray Drive in DeQueen. We'll be back with the Brew Crew.
You're independent. So are we. We're a locally owned independent bank. Because of that, we make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town loan committee to get together. We offer fast, quick answers on your loan requests. Horatio State Bank. Strong, independent, and local. Member FDIC.
Good health, good times, and good success. That's the wish for you and your family in the new year from James Hodge Dodge in Broken Bow. There's a Dodge brand vehicle for everyone as we kick off the new year. James Hodge Dodge in Broken Bow has special discounts, offers, and incentives to certainly make it worth your while to shop today. Check out the deals at James Hodge Dodge in Broken Bow, wishing you and your family a happy and prosperous new year.
Keller Coffee at 1. Specialty pizzas, specialty coffees, savory soups, fresh salads, and much more. Looking for a healthy breakfast option, but short on time? Keller Coffee has a convenient drive-thru window with fast, friendly service and a variety of breakfast options. And try our new waffle bar with fresh fruits and all the fixings. Open Friday, 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Sundays from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
When McDaniel Livestock Exchange in Valiant, Oklahoma says, our family serving your family, we mean it. The McDaniel brothers, Curtis, Mark, and Roger, have over 60 years in the cattle business, and top-notch customer service to the cattlemen in our area is their top priority. McDaniel Livestock Exchange provides a top-notch weekly auction Monday mornings at 10 o'clock. Follow us on Facebook for updates and listen to our weekly sales report on 92.1. McDaniel Livestock Exchange, our family serving your family.
Harris Drug and Gifts has what you need for Valentine's Day. They carry cards and gifts for all ages, children, men, and women. Their full-service pharmacy is ready to serve you with all your prescription and over-the-counter needs. Most insurances are accepted and they have competitive prices. Harris Drug offers free delivery inside the city limits, and they're home to the famous Razorback and Gifts in historic downtown DeQueen. 584-3555, 584-3555. Harris Drug and Gifts.
All right, we're back live. KDQN 92.1. I thought I turned myself off there. Yes, sir. We're having a fun little Monday here. Jen.
Yes.
This is something, Jen, you have a PS5.
Yes.
You are one of the privileged few.
Mm-hmm.
New study comes out, or what? Not study, but apparently these very expensive video gamage consoles. Greg, do you video game at all?
Sure.
Yeah. You play. What do you play?
Super Mario, brother.
Do any of those new ones interest you? Like, do you see any new video games and you're like, wow, okay, that was great. Like from Pong to now it's like a movie.
Well, you know, I've never been like. I had one time I got a James Bond one, GoldenEye.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
GoldenEye.
It gave me a headache.
From like the looking,
yeah,
and
from
stuff
looking
in the
around
camera.
and up and down. Yeah, that gave me a headache. So
yeah.
I mean, I really like Crash Bandicoot.
Oh yeah,
I like that one. I like the Mario games.
Yeah,
I like those kind of games.
Yeah,
those kind of action kind of games that you're running through
Yeah.
somebody. You are somebody.
Yeah,
and you're doing that.
Did you play the Mario one where the camera's like behind you instead of on the side, and you're on the like it's
No,
kind
I
of
never
behind
played
you and
that
you're
one.
jumping around? That one's a good one.
Oh yeah. It's classic.
I bet that'd give me a
Super
headache too.
Mario 64 or whatever.
Wahoo!
But you know, it was
So good.
very beating those games is
Oh yeah, there's no saving in some of those older ones
no,
too.
not the first Mario Brothers.
Yeah. But Jen has the newest on the market game console, and it stands upright, you know, like a router or something.
Yeah.
It looks like a router. That's
does.
exactly what it looks like. And now they're saying that could damage the thing. Does it have a way to, like, it looks all curved and weird. Like, can you even lay it on its side?
I think you can. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Ours is sitting upright. I haven't moved it down yet, but I guess there's some issues with the cooling hardware. And they're saying it takes a few months to show up. So it's not something you're going to notice right away. So if you have one right now, and even if PS5 isn't, or Sony's not coming out and saying anything about it yet, I would still just put them on,
on the side.
lay them horizontal.
Yeah, because the vents matter, the position in which, in these games, these PS5s, man, they got some serious hardware in them.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You know what? So this is going to sound really boring for a second, but I do find it interesting at the end of the day. The most delicate and powerful pieces of any computer or video game console or this and that, they're actually these little squares
Mhm.
called a CPU,
Right.
Central or Computer something processing unit. They're made of precious metals,
Mhm.
and they get super duper hot. That's the point of them, is that
Mhm.
they get extremely hot. And everything around it is meant to just cool it off.
Right.
In fact, you could take one of those the CPUs and just drop an ice cube on it. It'll just melt like
Mhm.
that. They get incredibly hot, and the ones on the PS5 are very good.
Don't ever do that.
Don't ever do that. No. But some people use nitrogen and other things to cool. That's because because it's so powerful. That's what,
Mhm.
like, if you use any like NASA mega computers, supercomputers,
Yeah.
they're all cooled with like liquid cooling and stuff,
Right.
and nitrogen and
That's
stuff, because it's
crazy.
so hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So your PS5 could easily overheat if you
Mhm.
block one of the vents.
Yes.
In a second, not just overheat, burn down the whole thing.
Mhm.
I'm interested to know what games Jen plays.
Yeah.
Do we have time?
Yeah, go for it. We got a
I
minute.
like Crash Bandicoot,
Oh, yeah.
obviously. But
Spyro.
Spyro, I've got all those. I like some of the childish stuff too, like Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
The Uncharted series is probably my favorite video game.
See, that's one I bet you'd like watching, Greg, the Uncharted, because it's like a movie.
It is. I love games like that.
Yeah, it's like a long cutscenes, and then you get these
Mhm.
little action-packed thing, and then back into the
Yeah.
story.
Diablo, I played that.
Yeah.
And beat that.
That's a good one.
Great game. And I did download The Last of Us.
Yeah.
I really want to play that.
You didn't play that over the weekend?
No, I didn't.
You were meant to.
I was. Maybe
Yeah.
today I will. But
It's like an apocalypse game?
yeah, I think
right?
so. I think it might have like zombies or something.
Something like that.
I'm not sure.
And you got a kid, right? You're trying to protect a kid.
Yes.
Is that the one?
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
story-driven.
Yeah, and there's a new show coming out on HBO next week. That's called The
Yeah,
Last of
yeah.
Us. It's based off the video games. And
Yeah.
it's got Pedro Pascal in it.
Ooh.
Yes.
Well, quickly, we got to get out of here, but I'll tell you about one game I really like, Greg.
Okay.
It's called Subnautica.
Oh, yeah.
It's this game, it's like a sci-fi game where your spaceship crash lands on an alien planet, but it's an ocean planet, and the whole game takes place underwater.
Oh,
And it's cool. So you're diving around, and you get these little like submarines you can drive around. You can go really deep, and there's
Mhm.
big sea monsters you got to avoid. And it's a really pretty game
It's
too, especially
beautiful.
yeah, when you're swimming around in like the coral, like
Yeah.
what do they call it, like reefs
Mhm.
and stuff, and it's very cool.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how to pronounce the word ethereal.
yeah,
Is that
it's
what you-
ethereal.
Yeah, yeah,
sure.
okay, cool.
It's very
That's what I think of.
transcendical.
Yeah.
Transcendental. That's a word. I don't know
I don't
about
think that
that
one's a word.
Transcending?
It's cool though. Highly recommended if we're doing a
Mm.
recommended thing. But yeah,
Now, what was
flip
the name
over-
of that one?
Subnautica.
Subnautica. Okay.
Very cool.
So that means under the water.
Under
right?
the water.
I got you.
Yeah.
Also,
you
one
got
more
it.
thing. Shout out to the dental hygienist because we
Oh,
do need you.
We
big
do.
time.
Patrick, he doesn't like you. But
You think the dentist wants to put up with
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
dental hygienist does? No.
Not happening.
No.
We need them, and we need Walmart.
That's right. That's right. Everything Patrick doesn't like, we need
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Guys, we got to get out of here. We're
All
2
right.
minutes late. Come on now.
Have a great Monday.
You too,
Yes,
man.
be
For
blessed.
Jen, yes, be blessed. For Patrick and Jen and Greg, I'm Tyler. This has been the Brew Crew. God bless you. Have a great Monday.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.